So my son's left cookies and milk on his bedside table. How do I tell him that Santa is lactose intolerant? It's like, do I just drink the milk and take the shits for my son? Or do I leave it there and break his heart?
I remember one time my dad was like, no, Connor, Santa likes beer.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Trash Taste. I am your host for today, Giguk, and with me are the usual boys. Hello. And today we have a very special guest with us. No one. It's just me today. I thought
you were about to be like, we have a very special guest, me, by myself.
It's Giguk, the Anime Zone, and Steve Handjobs, who has been left at home today. But
You really did wear a turtleneck.
I did not wear a turtleneck today.
In the Christmas spirit, I brought you guys gifts. You didn't get me any.
Oh,
Can't believe it.
So this is apparently going to be our Christmas special.
It's not.
This is a Christmas special.
This is our Christmas special that we are not recording.
Wow, you
on
like
Christmas.
wrapped it up and
Holy
everything.
shit, you actually wrapped it up. What the fuck,
sure.
man?
I wrapped it up.
Yeah.
By the way, Merry Christmas, because I think this should be airing on Boxing Day, right?
Yeah.
Do Americans have Boxing Day? Malin, do Americans have Boxing Day?
Boxing,
no, they don't have
Boxing Day
Day.
is the day after Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
There's cherries. Right. So they may be writing on the thing.
Right.
So the box is fine. So you can open it up. Right.
Right.
But they may be writing on the thing in Japanese. Jerry, ignore it. Don't read it. Just.
okay, I'll
Okay,
won't look at the box.
Yeah. So you can open the box now. But when inside, I think there'll be a label on it. Just don't read the label, Jerry.
Okay.
Gone. It might be in kanji. So you should
Okay,
be fine.
well, I can't read it anyway,
Just
so
rip it open.
I'm
It
all
doesn't
good.
fucking matter.
But yeah, to explain what Boxing Day is, isn't Boxing Day the actual day you were meant to open your presents?
I don't fucking
Like,
know.
isn't that why it's called Boxing Day?
Is that what it's
was-
called?
Yeah, I think that's why it's
It
called
was
Boxing
just
Day.
the day you ate all the leftovers.
I always thought
was.
Boxing Day was like an event where like everyone like boxes it out.
Oh,
So it's a little.
it's a little music box.
Right. So don't open yours yet, right?
Okay.
You might want to play it up to the microphone as
Okay,
well, so they
okay,
can hear
okay,
it.
let's-
Everyone needs to be silent.
Let me
Guess
play
the
this.
song.
Yeah, guess the song.
Is this your name? Yes. Oh my god! Thank you so much. Where'd you get this?
I think I know exactly where you got this from. All right, I'm not going to look at the label.
Don't look at the label,
but-
Jerry. I got Jerry something too.
All right, I have to wait for yours to shut
Oh,
up.
wait. Let's night call Zen. Oh shit.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, I think it just stops it.
Huh?
I think it just stops it.
All right.
I can hear it.
Oh. Yeah, that one, right? Well, fucking. Yeah, that's also your name, right?
Yeah, it's the same
No.
band, right?
Yeah, it's Radwimps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the ending.
Because Joey always sings a song at karaoke. So I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
so
I shouldn't-
it's.
I don't sing this one at karaoke.
Do you know? I thought you did.
No.
Oh.
I sing I sing Zen mostly.
Oh, do you?
But I like
Zen and the one from Weathering with You.
Yeah, Weathering.
Well,
Yeah.
now we have to have a
I
bunch
like
of-
this song as well.
We have a bunch of musical boxes playing. now.
Yay!
I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's just going on now. I shouldn't have winded it so much.
How do you?
Boxing Day is the day after Christmas.
Yeah. So yeah, Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. Do you have Boxing Day in Australia?
Yeah. We do. It's just so. I don't know if the mic is picking it
It
up, but
probably
it is
can't- it
loud
probably
as
is.
fuck in this room right now. Actually, I think I know exactly where you got
Yeah,
this from
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I bought one as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Because there's like Ghibli ones as well.
Yeah.
But I saw anime songs and I was like, I should buy anime songs for the boys.
I got one actually, which was like a Vulpix from Pokemon.
I saw
Right.
that. I
It's
saw
like
that
the
one.
chroma-
Yeah.
yeah, that one was really cute.
This is an awesome gift, though.
Yeah, there you go.
I could easily give this to all my friends.
You're welcome, boys. Thanks
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you
Thanks
very
so
much. Thank you very much. for
I'll
the
get your
gift.
present soon. Don't worry.
It's not like we literally just decided this was the Christmas episode the day of recording.
Yeah, we didn't know this was going to be the Christmas episode.
I
so-
just thought I'd bring a gift. You know,
Yeah.
I'll be nice. You know, I saw it. Wow,
Oh my
it's
God,
really
this is
good.
Wow,
going.
it's just fucking going. It just
Yeah.
keeps going, doesn't it?
Maylee, do you want to have this for now?
Yeah, do you want to hold on to this? Just get it off screen.
Yeah.
Just put it outside.
Put it on my
No,
desk.
it's
Just put it on
fine.
my desk. It should be fine. Yeah,
It will
but
turn off naturally. Don't turn it anymore.
yeah, just leave it. Just leave it. just let it sit on the desk. It'll be fine. Yeah, but I know exactly where you got those from because you took a trip, didn't you?
I did. I went up to Hokkaido, but it's all good. It was just a chill little vacation, just
yeah.
relaxing. It was nice.
Every YouTuber needs a vacation every now and
just
again.
ate
right?
all their food. Food's amazing.
I
there,
told you
know.
they've optimized the food, right?
It's good, man. It's
Yeah.
good. It's as good as everyone says it is. You
Yeah.
should go. Go if you get the chance.
What are some like specific dishes that you had up there that you would recommend to people who want to go to Hokkaido?
Man, anything with milk in it is just like the best.
Does it meet the hype? Because I've heard so much about Hokkaido
definitely.
milk, and what is so good about the milk there?
It's like the breed of cow, right?
I don't know,
think
man.
they
It's just
use.
rich. It's real rich.
It's like full cream.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had like a milk ice cream. I don't normally like milk ice cream, but it was just like intense milk hit you.
Yeah. I saw you posted a picture of like beer ice cream as well.
There's
Oh,
beer ice cream.
yeah.
There's
Like just to prove that Japan does every flavor of soft serve. I don't know why you'd ever want beer ice cream.
yeah, there was like ice cream that was just beer, and I was like, I mean, sure, I'll try it. I like both these things individually.
Even
Yeah.
alcoholics are like, doubt this will be good.
It tasted like shit.
I can't imagine a beer flavored anything aside from
Just like-
beer and it
Imagine
tasting
like a
nice.
musky ice cream.
Yeah.
It's just like
What's the weirdest flavor of ice cream you've had?
rum rate? I'm joking. I don't
How
know.
dare you? Probably the beer.
Probably
one.
the beer, right? I normally I don't know.
I've had fish ice cream before.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where?
oh,
Japan?
that
In Japan,
sounds
yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, it was like a salmon ice cream.
Oh,
They do that shit here with food. They're like, I don't care about the boundaries. I
Yeah.
like both these things.
That's-
Let's make it into food.
that's like the equivalent of fucking what some Americans do, which is like buying a McFlurry and then just dipping it with fries.
Okay,
which
but
just
actually,
blows my mind.
Okay, but actually, I kind of like that.
No.
What?
It's pretty good.
Dude, fucking Aki took me to a Steak and Shake once, which is where like the optimal place of where you do that. And I just saw like 6 Americans dipping their fries into their shakes. I'm just like, I can't,
Bro,
I can't be here. I have to leave.
We're living in a first world country, dude. Why are you eating like this?
Honestly, like I don't do it often, but it tasted pretty good when I've done it. You know,
I don't get it. It's like, oh, it's like a nice. It's the synergy of the saltiness of the fries and the sweetness of the shakes. I'm like, no.
I don't understand why it works. It just does, right?
It doesn't
Also,
work.
Steak and Shake's like the most depressing place in America. Like I went to one at like midnight because I was like, yeah,
Well, maybe it's because you went at midnight.
there was $1.50 burgers.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. You've never been to a White Castle before. That's true.
I have
depression.
never
was
been
it?
to a White Castle before. Does it meet the hype?
White Castle. The hype of what?
What-
I don't know because I
hell.
only know White
It's-
Castle
it's
because of
awful.
that one movie.
Right.
What was it? Harold and Kumar or something
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
And
So
yeah.
White Castle doesn't sell burgers; they sell sliders.
Okay.
Right. So it's like the tiny.
Yeah,
burgers
what's the
this.
difference between a burger and a slider?
It's like a mini burger,
A
right?
slider is just like a mini burger, apparently.
Right.
I don't know where it comes from, but basically they sell sliders instead of burgers.
Right.
But like normally, right? Like when you buy a slider, it's like you go to some American restaurants, and I like my chicken parmesan sliders. Like that shit's bomb.
Don't want to
Right.
say it like that.
What?
Parmesan.
Parmesan
Well,
slider.
Oh, what do you say it?
No, just the way you added the
Chicken
little-
parmesan slider.
Parmesan.
I just
Parmesan.
call it Parmesan, right?
Yeah,
Parmesan?
Parmesan, yeah.
Parmesan, yeah.
Oh, dude,
British
that
movie.
hurts me hearing that.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
James.
Anyway, they have chicken. Like my favorites are like the chicken parmesan sliders, right? So it's like the chicken parmesan, then you put like some lettuce in it. It's fucking nice. But White Castle sliders is literally just 2 soggy buns and like the thinnest patty in existence. It's like paper thin patties, and it's like
Oh,
and it's
God.
like you can get like a 6-pack of
6-pack
Yeah.
of sliders.
It's like a 6. It is. It's like they box it like a 6-pack of sliders for like $4 or something. I'm just like, this is true depression.
all I know is that everyone I know who goes there has like the shits afterwards.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just like, like to me, that's like how on earth we've got to the point where that's just an acceptable outcome.
How is it?
Yeah.
How is it that like Americans have gauged like the tastiness of a fast food joint by how much their stomach is just destroyed the next day?
You know what?
Like people are like, oh yeah, it's not a good Chili's meal unless I'm shitting myself constantly the next day.
To be fair, I
right?
feel the same with Indian though. Like I have to
Sure.
destroy the toilets
Sure,
after
sure.
a good Indian. So
That's
I
how you know
I
it's good.
kind of get it, but at the same time, I can only do it like at most once every few
but
weeks.
like a burger shouldn't do that. Like
Yeah.
a burger shouldn't. Like
Yeah.
Indian, I've always accepted that Indian does that.
yeah,
right?
because of the spices,
Yeah,
right?
it's all the
Yeah.
spices. But
Yeah.
when it's just like bread and meat, what is happening? Like what went wrong?
It's the oil.
Yeah, okay. You know, also the most egregious thing that I hate they do is that they put the grease on top of the burgers.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
Who did this? And
Yeah.
who likes it? Because I remember I went to Steak and Shake and they did this to my burger, and I was like, well, I don't want this anymore. Why would
Yeah.
you do this? It's like you took the worst part of the meat, which is the part that makes you feel sick,
Have
and
you,
you put it
uh,
on top. Why?
I remember when I was staying at Sydney's like family's house in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and they got like a takeaway pizza joint one day.
Yeah.
And one of the big selling points of this like takeaway pizza joint is they had like garlic bread, and the selling point was that if you put like a a paper towel on the garlic bread, it would literally soak it in oil. And they were hyping this up to be like, yo, if there's so much oil on this that if you put the wet paper towel, it will soak it and it'll become completely wet. And I'm just thinking, how is this a selling point? Why would I want to eat this?
That's like that Simpsons episode when like Homer's trying to get like so fat that he gets like the disability like thing.
Oh, yeah.
And Dr. Nick's like, grab the burger, rub it against a piece of paper. If it goes see-through, you can eat it.
Like, I thought it was like a joke. I thought it was satire.
Yeah.
But no, they literally like marketed it as this garlic bread is so oily that you can literally soak up an entire paper
disgusting.
towel.
That's
And
not-
I just think about it and I'm just like, I hold it in my hands and it was literally dripping. And I took one bite
That's-
and one bite was enough for me.
That's
man.
like the pure survival food because the sheer amount of oil could like power a lamp
Have
for
you,
like decades.
Have you ever heard of this American burger joint called the Heart Attack
Yeah,
Grill?
yeah, of course.
Yeah. They're fucking. I was watching a video yesterday of this guy who ate the biggest one there, which is called the quadruple bypass burger.
Right.
And it's literally, think of a Big Mac, but
Yeah,
stack
I've
6
seen it.
Big
It's
Macs
like-
on top
it's
of one
ridiculous.
another. Yeah. And it was like, I already thought that it was like 20,000 calories as well. And
Yeah.
this guy like demolishes it in 5 minutes. I don't know how the fuck he did it. But the part that got me was he was like, all right, we're getting to the bun now. The bun, by the way, is soaked in lard. I'm like, you shouldn't.
That's so vile.
A piece of bread should not be soaked in anything.
Nothing should be soaked in pure fucking fat.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
know?
Also, the fries were oiled in pure lard as well.
That's disgusting. Like I just
and
like
you get a shake on top of that.
I don't understand the appeal of that. That's just ridiculous.
It just sounds gross. It looked gross. It looked like something out of the Alien movies. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to put that in my stomach.
Why do people hate their bodies? Like,
There's only like some, let's say, cuisines you can only enjoy when you want to like destroy your body, and that's probably at like
Yeah.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
after like a
At a
fucking,
Five Guys.
Yeah, at a Five Guys, or like I can never eat a kebab sober. Like something has gone wrong with me. Like something has gone wrong with my life. If I'm eating a kebab and I'm completely sober.
You know, I'm hella depressed when I'm eating a kebab for lunch. Right?
I love a great like burger with a bit of grease on it, a little
Yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
just a
sometimes,
little bit
you
of
got to
grease.
get that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
sometimes you need that, but there's a clear line,
Yeah.
and not even drunk me would pass,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And the Heart Attack Grill to me is just like there is no reason why I would want to come here other than to feel healthy, like and just look,
Yeah,
be like,
because any
"Damn."
meal you have after going to the Heart Attack Grill,
Yeah, but
you'll
also
be
you
like,
just go in
"Damn."
there, you see the other patrons, and you're like, oh, I'm doing pretty good for myself, hey? Like, damn, okay, maybe I am in shape.
Yeah, because I think the selling point of the Heart Attack Grill is that, first of all, like when you walk in, they
Yeah.
put on like a hospital gown on you and they sit you in a wheelchair to like wheel you in. And here's the kicker: if you weigh over 300 pounds, you get the meal for free.
I feel like it should be the opposite. You should be like, if it's like taxing the rich, right? If you're already fat, well, you should be charging at least triple,
Double.
yeah, to force you to maintain this egregious weight. You know,
I feel like the concept of a heart attack grill is just kind of like if you hear it and you're like, this is like fiction, right? This is from like some dystopian society.
Yeah, this is from like some George Orwell
yeah,
novel.
yeah,
Right?
I know, right?
It's like this is how they
This is
how they fatten you up before they dispose of
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
You know when you watch these like 500-pound like live videos.
Oh,
of
600 pound
that,
life.
yeah, that one,
Yeah.
whatever. And you watch it and you realize like most of these people just have like trauma. Like, at what point do we like start being like, okay, maybe it's not trauma if he's walking into the Heart Attack Grill. Maybe that's that's on him. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's like a beyond a point of like comfort food, and there's got to be like, all right, this is just his fault. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Because these shows, these videos with like these 600-pound people do a really fucking good job at making you feel sorry for them and be like, yo,
Yeah.
man, okay, yeah, like his parent died at like 5.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Eating
for some-
disorder
for
and
some
stuff like
reason,
that. Yeah,
for
yeah.
some reason, at the age of 5, his mum was taking him to the Heart Attack Grill, and that's the only way that she can remember him. And it's like, okay, I get it, I sympathize with you, but should you?
Yeah.
It's like, what if my parents were like, well, they've just left me crack. It's all I've
Yeah.
had since the age of 10. Would I be like doing crack? But like, it's just comfort. It's comfort food. You know?
comfort food.
To me, it's like there's a clear limit. It's the point where you got to be like, all right, well, maybe I should stop feeling sorry for you.
Yeah.
That's just.
Oh no, I never watch those shows to like feel sorry.
Well,
or
because
anything.
I've noticed I watch them and they do a really good job making you think, damn, like I guess
Yeah, they set up
that
the.
could be me.
That's the thing. They set up the. They set it up as a sob story.
Yeah.
But what you're seeing and what you're hearing is like the complete
Two
opposite,
different
right?
things.
It's
Because
two different
entirely
things.
I think
different
that
things.
you know, as somebody who was a little chubbier, not nowhere near that level,
Yeah.
right? Like I get it. I get how you can gain weight, but there's like a limit of
Yeah.
where I think that it would go beyond anything. Like,
Yeah.
'cause some of these they're eating like, I don't know, like fucking 15 hot dogs in the morning with like cheese and chili on it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think I would draw the line. I think like,
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like the thing that surprises me more is not the fact that there's they like complaining about having all this weight problems and then they proceed to eat a whole fucking box of chilies, right?
Yeah.
But it's also just the egregious amount of food that they can somehow stomach. I'm like,
Yeah, it
just looking at it makes my stomach.
It just
hurt.
doesn't make sense to me, and I feel like you must have just grown up with this, and because every time I go to America, I always like the food portions in there. We've talked about this before, are massive, and
Yeah.
I'm forced to like have these massive food portions, and like the first week, fucking great.
Yeah, I love
after a week of staying in
I want to
America,
go home.
I'm like, is there a salad? Is there a salad? And I ask for the salad, and what comes out is a fucking forest. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't a fucking salad.
It's like 6 heads of lettuce in a bowl.
It's like the amount of dressing is like the same as the meal. Like, 'cause it's like 1,600 calories.
what am I,
with the dressing.
fucking rabbit?
I'm like, did you deforest the entire Amazon rainforest just to put on my plate? Like, this is the kind of like food portions we're talking about here.
It sucks, man, because it's so unfair. Because we like, if you get fat in Japan, I feel like that's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but if you get fat in America, it's like, well, everything was set up against
Yeah.
you. Like,
Welcome to the system.
Everything was set up to make you fat.
Yeah.
So it's like, how the fuck? Like, it's not fair. Which is why, like,
because
man,
like
it's just sad.
my diet in America is awful. Obviously, because of the
Oh,
food
same
available
whenever
as
I
well.
go
But,
there.
but like also like I get to the point where I want to have something, but something not greasy, and especially like in the Midwest where it's like where it's like the countryside, there's a lot less choice and a lot less healthy choices as well. So you're kind of forced to be like, hey, you can have. You kind of have to cook for yourself, and if you can't cook for yourself, then you're pretty much fucked. You know,
Yeah.
and that's why it's so much harder to eat healthier over there than it is, say in like Japan.
Yeah, but even then in America, I remember I went to the to Walmart and I was like, okay, let's get some healthy food, and it was really hard to find like the actual like stuff, like the actual healthy like stuff. And then I go to the next aisle. There's a whole aisle. This blew my mind of hot dogs. A whole aisle of hot dogs, not sausages, hot dogs. And I was like, this is insane. I thought there was only one type of hot dog. I didn't realize that hot dogs were any different from each other because they all taste the same. Hot dogs never taste any different.
Yeah.
Do you ever notice it when you go to your friend's barbecue or whatever, and they give you a hot dog? Have you ever been like, wow, this tastes different from my hot dog? No, it's always like, I put mustard on it. I put ketchup. That's how you differentiate
Yeah.
it. They all taste the fucking same.
Well, I mean, it's all the different like brands.
Yeah,
of
and
hot
somehow
dogs, right?
they had like 10 rows on a whole aisle of hot dogs. I was blown away. I was like, this is insane.
I mean, I think like there is difference in like sometimes it's like filled with cheese and sometimes
That's
it's
vile. Don't do that. I don't like that.
Really?
at all.
No, I
really
like
don't
that.
No,
I
no,
like
no, no.
that.
Because
I
because
like
this
I
is
like a bit of spice.
no,
in my
no,
hot
because
dog.
this
Cheese
is
on
because
top.
this is American cheese we're talking about. Like,
Yeah,
that's not
that
real
too.
cheese. If it was filled with actual like real cheese, then yeah, I'd be a little more
And
open
I'm
to it.
pissed off that they've managed to infiltrate Japan somehow.
See,
because
this-
whenever you get anything with cheese on top of it here, it's such a gamble. Whether it's American like
Yeah,
fucking squished
plasticky
cheese,
cheese. Yeah.
fucking Americans.
See, this is the advantage of not putting condiments and everything. I can
Oh,
actually
fuck
I can
off.
actually taste the fucking difference between a normal hot dog and a cheese hot dog and like
Yes,
a
because that is
spice
an
hot
important
dog.
life skill, isn't it? Yes, I know. I can differentiate between 10 different brands of
Because
hot dogs.
otherwise, that's why. If you just put condiments on it all the time, then it just tastes like the condiments, right? You don't get to taste
No,
the
it's the- again,
subtleties in a
it's-
difference.
it's
What do you think we're
synergy.
like fucking drowning out hot dogs in sauce?
Honestly, it kind of looks like it a
no.
lot of the times.
Jesus Christ.
if I gave you 5 brands of generic hot dogs, would you be able to tell the difference between any of them? Because I wouldn't be able to.
That just sounds like a trash taste special.
I mean, I'm not that big of a fan of hot dogs, but I mean, I can.
What is like a food that you could like, if we gave you like different types of it, that you'd be able to differentiate? Not tap water.
No,
Tap water.
I can differentiate between tap water and like normal water, but not like say,
Everyone can.
not say like Voss water. I don't understand
That
Voss
shit's
water.
bullshit.
What the fuck's Voss water?
Have you never heard of Voss water?
No,
it's like
California
the
thing, I think.
really posh water that comes in a glass bottle. You can see it on screen now, and it's only
It's
at like the
ridiculous.
really high class hotels. And I've sampled one before. I remember because it was like I was really thirsty, and it was the only water available, and it just tasted like water.
There is no difference between the bottled water brands, I'm convinced.
Oh.
And then when you watch how half of them fucking get their water, half of it comes from the same fucking place, which is just the normal taps that all the people are using in the area.
Oh, dude, you know what's the one type of person that I'll never be friends with?
Who?
When someone will take a sip of water and being like, "Oh, this is hard water. Can I get some soft water, please?"
I knew
people like
someone-
that. I know people like that in California. Fucking hate you,
I knew someone who could only drink a brand of, I can't remember which brand it was, might have been Evian.
Evian.
And they literally refused to use any other water. And if they used boiled water, like in like cup noodles, had to be boiled Evian. Can you believe this?
Yo, but I don't know, man. I don't like tap water. Like
Alright, whatever.
I have gone through a phase where
Don
I've
gets
only
1
drunk
million views on
bottled water.
YouTube, and then this is what happens, man. He's like, only Evian for me.
Well, I mean, because is tap water drinkable in the UK?
Yeah, it's drinkable in the UK.
Right.
Where I lived, I've grown up where everywhere I've lived in my life, tap water has sucked. And
Right.
I've heard about this mythical good tap water that people talk about sometimes.
in Wales.
Connor's one of those people.
Come to Australia, bro. We have great tap water.
I've always had like shitty tap
It
water.
depends, because like if you get it from a quarry,
Like to
that,
this,
like,
to me,
has-
this clearly tastes like tap water. Because like if I can taste the sink in tap water, then it's like inferior water for me. I don't want to taste. I don't want to taste something metallic. I don't want to. Sometimes I get the hard water thing because sometimes I drink tap water and I'm like I feel I feel even more dehydrated
I like a
than
little kick to it.
than. When I first drank this water. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow
Raid.
Legend. Badass champions, tough bosses, millions of players, years of content, regular updates.
Do you like fighting noble kings and dark wizards?
I do.
Well, Joey, you're in luck because Raid has all of that
Raid?
for you. You will uncover prophecies, curses, betrayals, and my childhood friend. Raid Shadow Legends. So use my links below to download Raid yourself
Raid.
to your
Raid.
mobile phone or PC. Now, I don't want to be on the topic of raids, boys, but what is that tree doing raiding our set?
What?
Boys,
What is that?
Who are those 3 champions next to the tree, gentlemen?
Is that Sir Nicholas, Rain Beast, and Frostbringer?
Now, personally, gentlemen, my favorite thing about Raid Shadow Legends
Raid.
is that it plays itself. It has an auto mode. So if there's some missions that are too grindy, you can just let the game play it. And did you know that you can summon champions at the tavern, gentlemen?
How many champions?
As many as you want, Joey.
Really?
So what's new in Raid? Well, let me tell you. This month, Raid just released their biggest ever update in Raid. Shadow Legends.
I've heard the main event is Doom Tower gone. Is that true?
And what's that? Is it a tower with 120 floors?
I could barely contain my excitement.
A bunch of secret challenge rooms and 12 seriously badass bosses that you have to take on?
I cannot wait to raid Shadow Legends those bosses.
On top of that, they're also releasing 14 awesome new champions just in time for the holidays, along with a whole
that's
host
awesome.
of holiday events and tournaments.
There's never really been a better time to start playing. And here's the best part. The Raid team are giving away a bunch of new free goodies.
Oh my
Plus-
God.
No way.
Plus, gentlemen, don't get your chubs up yet. Plus, a super special champion to help get everyone started in the tower. Bulwark.
And not only that, 50 gems in XP boosters, some energy refills, and even an ancient shard as soon as you get in-game.
You can find my account here on screen right now. So if you want to go and even join my clan, perhaps, go ahead, gamers. And it's just that easy. Gentlemen, all you got to do is click that link in the description down below, or as I like to say, raid that link in the description down below. And I'll see you gamers inside.
Thank you to Raid for sponsoring this video. I feel like the best time to like really judge how good water is when you're hungover. Because when I'm hungover, there are definitely different levels. I feel different levels of hydration when I'm hungover. Because when you're feeling like shit and you just want to feel hydrated again, that's when like I will stick by the bottled water every time over tap water. I mean, I'll take tap water.
Dude, I just drink a liter of whatever is near me.
Oh, dude, like if I'm like, if depending on how hungover I am, I'll fucking drink a liter of toilet water. Like anything to just get some
what do you
like
mean? You
fucking
can drink
fluid
toilet
in me.
water. It's clean.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right? It's like.
You ever like turn your bidet on and go,
I have seen a Japanese YouTuber do that before. Though.
Oh god.
and it wasn't
course
didn't didn't go out well. But yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it's because at least in Sydney, like it's like bottled water is almost non-existent in Sydney because legitimately the tap water is just as good as the bottled water.
Right.
And also bottled water in Australia is fucking expensive. It's like a bottle like that big is like $4.
I only buy bottled water because I'm out and I can't just find a tap to drink out of.
Well, I mean here, right?
Yeah.
No, here, like, because, bottled water is cheap, right? It's like 100 yen. So that it's a little bit more affordable. But in Australia, if someone was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to the Woolies and buy a $4 bottle of water.
What about water fountains? Do you drink from water fountains?
I mean, I drink from water fountains when I am desperate enough.
Yeah, it depends where.
Yeah, it depends on where.
And how clean or dirty the
Yeah,
water fountain
I
is.
feel like a lot of this has come up from my upbringing because in Thailand you can't drink tap water.
Right,
So
right.
I've just gotten used to being like always buy
Yeah,
bottled
that
water.
makes sense,
But
yeah.
like I do genuinely think the taste of tap water tastes like shit where I am.
Right.
Like I can taste the chalk where I
In Japan?
No, in Brighton. In Brighton.
Right.
In Japan it just tastes metallic. It tastes really metallic, and I'm not a fan of the metallic taste.
I mean, it was nice in Wales, and it was kind of meh in London, and here I filter
But
it.
in London, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, London,
man.
I don't know. But then, like, London, you're getting that, like, cholera shit, dude. I don't trust the water in London. I mean, Wales is nice. The quarry was right next to me as well.
No, I feel like because I don't know how it is in other countries, but everywhere I've been to where it's like a big city, normally I don't. Tap water tastes like shit.
Countryside, it's good.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a hotel, right,
Yeah.
and you're really thirsty, do you go for the bathroom water, or do you go for like the fridge minibar water?
Well, you pay for it.
Yeah.
No fucking way am I paying for that water.
No, I'm not paying for
fucking-
that.
No way.
I'm going straight to the tap.
No way.
Yeah.
No, because
He'd
that's
fucking
that's
do it.
the worst tasting water. The hotel bathroom water is like the worst.
Nah, dude.
That's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the fucking line.
I'm never paying for water in a hotel. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's ridiculous. It's like, yeah.
I feel like a hotel is the one place that should not be allowed to charge for water. Like, I'm
Like,
literally
you're
paying.
already charging up
Yeah.
the ass to stay in the room.
I'm paying
right?
for a
Yeah.
basic necessity, which is just like being somewhere, and you're gonna charge me for water? Fuck off.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, for me, I genuinely can't taste the fucking difference anyway.
Yeah.
So if I'm like
Shout out
really,
to hotels that give you bottled water for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to you are the real G's.
Yeah.
So I don't have to fucking go through your Voss water.
And not like just one bottle. They give you like 4, and they're like, "Go ham, man! Like
Yeah.
we'll refill them all every day."
and the best is like when you come back from a day out and the bottles are like back
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That's the good shit.
On the
yeah.
topic of food, so with it being Christmas right now and everyone's just had their Christmas meals and everything like that, what are your preferences in your Christmas meals? Because I'll be honest, like so last year we all celebrated Christmas together, and we had a hot pot. And
Yeah.
not the traditional.
it
Western.
was a great fucking hot pot, but I ain't gonna lie, it just felt like something was missing. You
Yeah,
know?
there's not the fucking turkey and whatever.
The
you
chicken,
get.
stuff
whatever
like
you
that,
want,
right?
yeah.
Okay, I will say this. I think turkey's overrated as fuck, man. I don't understand the hype behind
I
turkey.
like turkey.
I think turkey is just like an inferior chicken.
It is, right? Like imagine chicken, but just drier with less taste. That's
Yeah.
just turkey. Like I don't understand why all the holidays.
You know what it is? It's someone who just got a turkey and just went into Photoshop and did this.
I
It's
think
like everything is thinner. It's just bigger.
I think if you have like a real nice turkey, like that's been like seasoned well, I think it could be better.
No,
than
because
chicken.
like the problem with turkey is that even if it's seasoned well, right, you get the outer part and that's
Yeah.
nice and seasoned, but then you get to the inner fucking
Yeah, but
dry ass.
that's why you got to cook it. You got to cut it in a way where you get like the skin and the meat in the same bite.
But you can do that with chicken
Yeah, but
and with less price.
Yeah.
but I feel like you can make a turkey like skin taste better than chicken.
I don't know. It depends.
Maylene agrees, and you know Maylene.
Yeah, but
means-
Maylene's American.
Wait, so if you don't like turkey, then do you like any other meats? Because sometimes my family used to do like duck or ham.
My dad would make like a roast ham.
Yeah, like
I think-
roast pork.
I think
roast
genuinely
chicken.
like pork is the best for like Christmas. I know it's turkey's the traditional and chicken's like the backup, but I
I
think
mean, we never did turkey at home.
really, I think a good fucking ham is just like
Yeah.
can't beat that shit.
Yeah.
Wait, define what you mean by ham. Do you mean like roast pork or like
We did
ham?
like a leg of ham.
You can do either.
Yeah.
Like
Because I don't really like ham, like roast ham.
does
Because
this
that's
man like anything? Does this fucking man like anything?
I don't know, like
what's wrong with
are
it?
you talking like kind of like a gammon steak?
Yeah,
Kind of like that
I
kind of
mean,
thing.
yeah, it could be.
Because I'm like not
gammon.
I'm like not a fan of gammon. That's just like the inferior part of
man's
bacon.
not a fan
What
of
do you-
anything.
it's
apparently.
it is literally the opposite. It is literally the more expensive bacon. Like that's literally what a gammon is.
I've never heard. What is a gammon?
Gammon's like a way more like a meteor cut of the pig.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
normally more expensive than because bacon is the cheapest part of the pig.
Right.
And it's shit. And gammon's like the actual like,
Bacon's
meat.
the best part of the pig. Thank you very
You've
much.
been fucking brainwashed,
Yeah.
Gaunt. Like you think that bacon's the
That's
best.
how are you going to argue with me that
Fuck.
bacon is not the best part of the pig?
It's the most overrated part of the pig. That's
No,
for sure.
we
no,
never used to eat
no.
bacon. Bacon used to be like the shitty part.
I literally know vegetarians who have been converted to meat eaters because of bacon.
I think it's just because it's the meme, right? Everyone says bacon is like the best food, right?
It's because
Like,
Americans put bacon with everything.
No, it's because the smell of bacon. There is nothing that can like match the
I
smell
just
of
think
bacon.
bacon is like it's not that great. Like it just kind of tastes okay.
Just give me like a nice piece of pork or ham.
Especially the American
What
bacon.
the fuck are you talking about?
American bacon is
American bacon is the best
oh,
bacon.
it's fucking
Oh,
awful.
It's
fuck
the
off.
best
Fuck
bacon.
off.
It's
like,
awful, man.
Stop clapping, Manly.
British back bacon is like the worst bacon.
It's the best way to have bacon. Like
no.
I just don't have bacon. Period.
because right,
Right.
normal bacon is like 50 to 70% like the American one, like fat. It's more fat than
yeah,
meat.
and I'm not saying it's healthy, but I'm saying it tastes fucking
Fat
great.
doesn't taste good. Like fat inherently just tastes like shit.
No, it-
like
if it-
the meat is the best part.
No.
There's a
No,
reason why
Okay,
it's more expensive.
The one thing I don't like about bacon is that it is way too overpowering, especially when you put it with other things. Like if you have like say like you put bacon on a burger, for instance, a lot of people love that shit, right?
Yeah.
But for me, when bacon is on a burger, all I taste is the fucking bacon.
No,
like
yeah,
I'd rather
yeah.
I'd rather just replace everything with bacon and it'll taste the same.
It's like the nice
I don't know
condiment
about
that.
that.
you need.
No,
with the burger.
fuck off.
I
No.
like bacon my burger because I don't need any ketchup or mayo or fucking
So
whatever
you,
my
like,
burger.
no-
I just
like,
put,
you want no sauce whatsoever on your burger.
No.
You're a fucking clown, bro. I actually like.
That's probably why he
This-
likes turkey as well, because
this-
it's like the driest fucking burger
It is,
you'll ever
it
have.
is.
This man's like, water this, water that. Yeah. I want my bacon to be all fat. Just give me the fucking
Give me
fat.
the driest fucking burger and non-tap water,
no,
please. That's
give me literally-
streaky bacon is like
He
far
wants
and
to come
beyond
here-
the better bacon.
What
than,
the
like,
fuck's
back
streaky bacon? That's
Streaky
the
bacon's the American bacon. So
Oh, okay.
like I didn't know how like because whenever
So
I
to
went
Americans, British bacon is similar to Canadian. That's the way they say
What's
it.
the difference?
to America, British bacon is just like ham.
So British bacon is more like it's like 80 to 90% bacon,
Right.
and there's like 10% fat on the edge.
Yeah.
It's like a thicker
And that-
cut
that-
too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's thicker.
Yeah.
And like as a kid, I would hate British bacon because I would just like eat the bacon parts first and then like save all the fatty part for later because that was the best tasting
Well, so you
part.
just eat fat on its own.
And
You're actually disgusting.
Because it
He
wasn't.
would
It,
save fat and just
wasn't.
eat
It wasn't the fat part. It was the fat with like the little piece of meat in there. And then I realized that American bacon is just all that. So American bacon is just like the best part of the bacon because actually.
Like we actually had a podcast where you were arguing about food, and then you sit here and tell me you just want to eat fat. Like you just want fat. And I'm supposed to give a fuck about your food opinions.
And this man doesn't eat the crust on a pizza, right? It's like the fatty part of a bacon is literally the equivalent of how you label a crust on a pizza.
No, it's the fucking opposite because the crust on the pizza tastes like nothing, and the most tastiest part of the bacon is the fatty part. That's
my
why Americans
God.
have figured out the best tasting part of the bacon because they've just taken the streaky bacon, which is the most tastiest part, and
You're
put it
beyond-
all in
we've-
one.
we-
You're
Put it
beyond
all in
saving.
one.
You're beyond saving,
we've
Gone.
lost this man.
You're beyond
We've lost
saving.
this
Because
man.
if it's just the bacon part, like I've talked about this, the bacon part is just to me like pork is just vanilla beef. We've talked about this, and like the only part that's better is the fatty part of the pork.
listen, when
like
we-
pork belly tastes fucking great, and that's mostly fat.
Okay, I admit pork belly's fucking bomb.
Yeah, but
Right?
that's 'cause it's
But that's
also-
because it's cooked differently.
Yeah, and it's also not a very like cheap part.
Yeah.
Like bacon is inherently like just
that's
shit.
that's an expensive part of the pork.
It's because of the fat. It's,
Yeah, the
it's
fat is
because
good.
it's
Yeah.
because of the fatty content. That's what gives it the flavor.
Yeah, but if you just eat
Because
the
pork by itself,
Yeah, but you
I
can get
think is a
pork
shit
belly
flavor.
with more meat added.
Yeah.
So you can get chunks where you get a bit like half meat
Yeah.
and then half fat, right? But that's like an actual like richness to it 'cause it's chunky. It's like an actual like block.
I just don't fuck with the taste of bacon.
And normally pork belly is not like on its own. It's normally included
it's
with other
with
things.
something.
It's like in a broth or something.
Whereas like bacon, it's like you can have it with other things, but again, it just
No one-
overpowers
no one
everything.
no one makes a fucking broth out of bacon. Like that's just disgusting because it's shit.
Someone in America's like, excuse me.
Someone try that out,
Like
please.
when we spoke about the food episode and we got really heated, like day or two after, Joey was like, you know what, I think you're right about pork.
Yeah, no, I thought about
See?
it because in the food episode, I agreed with Gun and said like, oh, beef is like the best, is better than
Because-
pork. But then I thought, I'm like, no, wait,
You can do so much with pork.
Tonkatsu, katsudon, that's all pork.
Beef. All you can do with beef is have a steak. It's so shit.
Yeah.
Like maybe you can make a burger at the beef. It's literally so limited. Pork. You can every single amazing dish you can think about that normally has meat is normally pork broth.
I'm a finna
pork
jump
something.
over to the other side of the fence here and say
my
pork.
God, I
Yeah.
can't-
And the fact
believe-
that
No,
you
'cause
the fact that you say that you like streaky bacon over like actual meat just says the reason why you can't
Pork,
appreciate
to
good
me,
meat.
pork just
I
tastes,
rest my case, Your
Pork
Honor.
just tastes like well done beef.
Oh
and as
my
we all
God, are you
as we all
insane?
know,
Are
nobody
you insane?
nobody fucking likes well done beef.
Did this man-
Because
did this
it's
man
got the
just say
same
that?
fucking
Well done
texture?
beef?
Did this man just say
God,
that?
God,
Yes.
I'm getting a call right now. It's from the circus. They want to know your address, bro. Like what the what? What? How
You're not
can
a clown. You're the entire
It
circus.
tastes nothing like beef. What are you on about?
Because the fucking best part of beef is like the moisture and like it's
Next you'll be saying, oh, duck is just a fatty chicken. That's all it is, man. It's like, it's the same thing, right?
How can you say that? They're not even remotely similar in taste.
Oh my God.
I've never ever the consistency of the bite is totally different too. Gone.
Every chef who was watching this episode just had a stroke. They're just like,
anyone who is in your corner probably realizes how much of a fucking clown you are. Gone.
nah. I'm sticking in my corner
Oh my
now.
God.
Beef is superior to pork.
This man
and
literally- he's
but
literally
except,
out here-
except for bacon. Bacon is the most superior
God-
part
God's
of pork.
out here
I
like-
will fuck with bacon every day of my life.
God's out here literally arguing his fucking like kiddie meal preferences in food, and pretending he's at the gourmet table. Like, get out of here, God, man. Come on. Get the fuck out of here.
oh my God.
yeah,
but yeah,
Christmas.
going back to Christmas meals.
Going back to Christmas meals.
I used to fucking hate Christmas meals because my parents used to make, and they honestly, they probably still do, fucking awful gravy. It's like jelly.
Ew.
Yeah.
I feel like Christmas meals live and die by the quality of gravy.
It's true because I used to eat all of the components on their own.
Yeah.
Because I refused to eat my parents' gravy, and the whole family was like, "What's wrong, Connor? Why are you doing it? It tastes good. What do you mean?" I'm like, "No, the KFC gravy, although not great,
Right.
tastes better than this shit. It's the consistency. Anything that's jelly, I don't like."
Okay,
Jelly
question-
is just,
There's like a perfect middle, right? Because if it's too jelly, it's basically like a solid.
It should
at
be
that point.
thick.
Yeah.
But like if it's like I've had liquidy
yeah,
gravy
yeah.
Watery
as well.
gravy is the fucking
it's
worst.
the fucking it's
Gravy
there's nothing
should-
more depressing than watery gravy.
you know,
man.
right? When you pour that shit in, if it splashes, it's too.
Yeah.
Like it needs to like mold, but not be like jelly. Like
Yeah.
I mean, fucking. I'm calling
Yeah.
you out, Mom.
Okay, question then for you guys. Do you guys like eggnog?
I've never had
No,
eggnog.
I have tried it once. I am not a fan.
We don't
of
have eggnog. In it. Maylene just turned around and
Wait,
discussed.
Maylin, do you like eggnog?
Oh,
They have
fuck.
eggnog?
Okay,
Oh,
Maylin just simps for eggs,
Yeah.
so her opinion.
You said
doesn't count.
Japanese
Okay,
eggnog.
I never used to like eggnog, but then like 2 Christmases ago when I went home, my aunt like handmade eggnog.
Right.
And you have that with like
I just that doesn't sound good.
it's like, do you like custard?
Okay, it's okay.
It's basically, think of custard, but it's a drink.
oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And then
I like-
and then my friend introduced me to eggnog with Fireball. And usually I don't fuck with Fireball. I think Fireball's overrated as fuck. But that with eggnog is like, it's so good. I don't know.
I only like custard with like apple pie or something, right? Something like.
Well, you can have an
a
apple pie and drink eggnog.
But I think custard on its own doesn't sound good. I like it with a solid to like help.
Well, no, that's why you have it with the Christmas meal.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh fuck. No,
I've been trying to
I
find
can't.
eggnog in Japan because I fucking love that shit.
I do
but-
not. I just doesn't sound good. Like it doesn't sound good. I'll try
Right,
it.
that's the thing though. Like the word eggnog is the least like appealing sounding word. You know what I mean?
It sounds
like
like,
eggnog.
Sounds like a dirty porno.
Yeah.
You know, like, I just.
Eggnog 9, my favorite porn. Just sounds gross.
Man, I don't know. I feel like because my family's like mega British,
Right.
so I don't have Christmas meals to me have been like the same for like a fucking as probably they were 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, right,
Yeah, right.
Just people awkwardly sitting around a table being like, "Yes, did you like your presents? I did like my presents, mother. Should we open a cracker? Do you have crackers in Australia? The Christmas crackers?
I thought you mean like white people. Like, yes, we do. yes, Connor.
I know you have white people in
we
this.
have-
we,
crackers.
we have many crackers in Australia.
They're just British people with attitude.
Yeah,
Just-
basically. Like you mean like on a
ones you-
cheese platter and stuff like that, or
No, the ones you pull.
Oh, those crackers.
Yeah, Christmas
Yeah.
crackers.
Oh, I thought you meant like biscuits.
No, what the fuck?
No, like the like Christmas crackers.
Yeah, with the ones with like
Wait,
the little
Maylene,
gifts and
Yeah.
stuff
Maylene, do you have
inside,
those in
right?
America? The Christmas crackers that you pull?
Is that part
we
of
have
the
that.
American?
You both pull an end of this cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then whoever gets the bigger
Yeah.
half gets the shit
Get-
inside,
gets-
right?
gets-
You have this?
it's like a Kinder egg. It's like a Kinder egg, but
Yeah.
like as a
But you
Christmas.
pop it open, and then there's
Yeah.
little things that like little plastic toys inside.
And there's
then,
always like one really shit joke.
Yeah.
And you have
And a
like
paper crown.
And the
There's
paper
always a paper
crown.
crown.
Yeah, there's always a paper crown.
Wait, does America doesn't have this, huh?
Oh my god.
No,
Okay.
America doesn't have that.
Yeah, well, you know,
uncultured.
you would-
Uncultured.
You'd pull one of those. They're overpriced. They're like $10 for
Yeah.
a pack of 10, and it's shit. And
And it's over in like 30 seconds.
yeah.
right?
you know, when you're like 5, you're like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like this is like Death Note levels of like mind games. But then
I
you
got
realize,
6 crowns.
but then you realize they're rigged in one end, and
Yeah,
then when
yeah,
you
yeah.
start cheating, you realize that because. When you're the one who's supposed to lose and you just
Yeah.
grab the whole thing and then they pull and you realize it's just not happening and you're like, fuck, I've been caught out here. I've cheated.
Okay, do you guys have advent calendars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently in America, it's not a thing.
Is it not?
No,
It's a thing?
I
Okay.
heard in a lot of parts of America, advent calendars are not a thing.
I hated them.
Yeah, I never got them.
I never got them.
I
either.
don't like the idea of being teased for like 25 days on chocolate. Just give me the whole fucking.
It's like-
it's not even a bar.
like-
right? It's such a
it's like-
small
like-
amount.
it's like
Like
that.
Fuck
to
off.
me, like to explain calendars for anyone who doesn't know. So you get a calendar at the beginning of December, and every day you can open up like a day of the week, and you get a different piece of chocolate.
God,
right?
those white people are
And
so
and like
fucking
as a kid. As a kid, I was just like, as a kid, it was just like the equivalent of No Nut November, but just with chocolate. You know what I mean?
It is the most blue balls of hand at Christmas. Right?
Well, okay. Also, when do you decide to eat the chocolate? Is it in the morning thing or is it an evening thing? Like,
To me,
when-
I always thought it was the morning.
Yeah, I
thing,
thought it was
right?
the morning.
It was
First
the
thing in the
morning.
morning, it was like as a kid, it was the only time you could eat chocolate.
It-
was the
it-
first thing in the morning.
It was, but it always like threw off my vibe, right? Because I was like,
Right.
why am I fucking eating chocolate in the morning?
I don't
What's
know
up
why
with
it's
that,
I don't
dude?
know why it's a thing in Australia because Christmas for us is in like the middle of the summer. Right? So you buy it and it's just like the you can see the chocolate kind of melting from like inside the thing. You just open it, it's like yeah. It's great. Did you guys have like the expensive ones are like the wooden ones, right?
Bro,
With, like, the
my
wooden
parents
doors.
will never fucking buy me the expensive ones.
Wooden
Yeah.
advent
Yeah,
calendars.
the traditional.
Oh my-
Yeah, the traditional wood, like the traditional advent calendars I've seen is like it's like a wooden thing, and then you open this like wooden door to like open the chocolate.
My mum like refused to pay more than like $1 for mine.
Yeah.
So she would always wait until like December 4th to get it. And I remember being like,
like
okay,
3
Mum,
days of expired
Mum,
chocolate.
Yeah, Mum, I see you. I see what you're doing here.
To be fair, I don't know if it's like a mental thing, but for some reason to me, advent calendar chocolate just tasted better. And I don't know why. Like it's, I have exactly the same opinions about Easter egg chocolates. I have no idea why. Why it's because it's the same Cadbury's chocolate.
Yeah.
As soon as you put it in egg format, it tastes 10 times better to me. I don't know why.
I
all
used,
placebo.
Am I the only one?
It's-
Like
I used
I
to-
just,
I
No,
used-
it's placebo. It's
I used to
placebo.
agree because I had an advent calendar like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fantastic. I'm going to be a kid again. Because I
Yeah.
had one in like 3 years.
yeah.
And I ate it and I'm like, wow, this is just shit. Like, this is shit. And so I just ate it all in one go. I put them all out
Yeah.
on like December 5th. I
Yeah.
grabbed them all out, put them in my hand.
Did you guys have the ones where you
squish
like
them
you kind of
together.
like it like cracks out like a medicine?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
But it's okay. Getting back to Easter chocolate, right?
Yeah.
I think it's because you're a kid. Because when you're a kid, right? Did they have these in Australia where they had? So in the UK, they have the standard like $1, $2
Yeah.
eggs,
Right.
Which
Yeah,
is just an egg. Maybe you get a chocolate bar as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But when you're a kid, you'd always see the big egg.
Yeah,
right? I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the like $30, $40
like
egg
this one.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
like giant. And I feel like the magic is lost when you know you can buy it. Because my parents were never gonna buy me the $30 egg. They would
Right.
never buy me more than one egg. So like,
Right.
you,
Yeah.
you don't need more than that. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, and so when I was like 2 years ago, I bought the big egg
Right.
when
Yeah.
it was reduced for like $10.
Yeah.
And I had it thinking it was going to be fucking like god tier experience. Came with its own shitty mug and 2 chocolate bars. It was just fucking shitty chocolate. It was awful. I was like, wow.
I'm the opposite.
And then I realized when I put all this chocolate down, it was like 300 grams of chocolate, and I could have bought like
the inside's hollow, right?
Yeah, the inside's hollow.
because I could have bought like 5 times the amount of chocolate than what I paid. We're fucking paying out the ass for them to put it in a fucking mold and just fucking sear it together. Are you kidding me?
Because the thing is,
I'm a fucking clown.
logically, my mind knows this. But every time it's Easter, like even as an adult, like now that I am an adult, I just buy one. I eat it on the same day, which is what something I could never do before.
Right.
And then the next day, I'm in my local Tesco's or something. I'm like, I could go for another Easter egg. I can do it. And the thing is,
Crack another one.
and the thing is, I always buy like the Cadbury's ones, so that they always have like the chocolate. So it's always like Cadbury's buttons or something. And I know, like, I can taste that it's exactly the same chocolate.
Right.
But I know something about something about Easter eggs. It's just like the right thickness. It's just something about eating an Easter egg that just makes you feel like a king.
I actually preferred the ones that were like shaped out like a rabbit.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah,
those are good
what
as
is
well.
the-
Those are
like
good as
the
well.
Lindt ones, Lenore. Those ones are like thick as well. Have you had
Yeah,
those?
So
yeah.
something, maybe it's not just Easter eggs. Something about eating hollow chocolates that just hit different in my mind. I don't know why.
Don't know about that one, Chief.
I don't know what is wrong with my psychology to be like chocolate bar, get that shit away. Hollow chocolate, ooh, okay. Let me nibble on this.
I'm curious. Is there do you have a worst or best Christmas present you've ever received?
Oh, God. The best one I received, I feel like the younger you were, the better your Christmas presents.
Oh, 100%,
out,
dude.
right?
Back when I could like just get like a bunch of shitty toys that lasted 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, what?
The probably best Christmas gift I ever got was I got a Game Boy Advance.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, when I was
Yeah.
like 5. And I played like the shitty like Kirby port. That was like the SNES game, which I found out ages ago. It was like $5 game. I was just like, this is amazing, father. Thank you. Yeah.
Probably
But-
the best present I've ever got was an N64, and I think it was more the experience around it because. So I was at my cousin's house and I opened it. Like, remember when game consoles were like
Oh,
the
dude.
god tier of
Oh,
anything
dude,
you
it
could
was
ever
like-
get?
Oh, yeah.
Like no gift could compare.
Yeah.
You know your parents loved you when they got you a game console, right? It's like, I feel truly loved. Thank you, mother and father.
I remember my parents got me when I was I don't know when that came out. Do you remember when the Wii was like impossible to get?
Yeah.
Like 2005
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. And it was
Yeah.
just impossible to get. Well, they were like all sold out in the UK, but my dad worked in Germany for like most of my life. So when he came back for Christmas, he brought me it, and I was like, "Oh, holy fuck! How did you get a Wii?" And then as we went to plug it in on Christmas Day,
Yeah.
couldn't fucking plug it in because it had the German plug. And then because my dad obviously just forgot to buy one, and I remember
Yeah.
booting it up and it being like Achtung, like, and then like the thing like controller, like, warning. I was like, whoa! It's like I think warning or attention.
It's a
in German.
warning.
It's like Achtung
Yeah.
or something. I'm like, oh, what is this, Dad? Dad, help me! And my dad can't fucking speak German, so he was like, I don't know, son. What are we doing? I don't know. Like I fucking had Wii Sports, but like and some other game. and
Sports.
It was I had some game, and the title was German. I remember I was like so fucking confused as a kid. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I think I got the Wii for Christmas as well, actually, now that I think about it.
Shit was bomb, man.
Yeah.
That was a
Oh.
good. But you know what ended up happening? Because it was when Wii Sports was like insane. The day we got it working, which was next day, Wii Sports, I couldn't fucking play it because all my fucking like older relatives were playing like Wii Bowling drunk. Right. And I'm like, when am I gonna play Zelda? What the fuck? This is my gift. What the fuck? And go on.
No, because I just remember my like one of my best memories of the N64 was just the first time I boosted up GoldenEye with my cousins, and it was I think that was my first proper like multiplayer experience because I'm like, whoa, 4 people can play at the same time and we can play together. And at that time, like that was fucking mind blowing because the best 4-player game back then was probably like fucking Bomberman or something like that.
Mario Party maybe.
No, because Mario Party wasn't out then.
Oh, was it not?
No, yeah, because this
The
was
first
like,
one was on N64.
Yeah,
it's
the
2
first
on
one's on
N64,
N64. And I remember we stayed up till like 4 a.m., which back when I was a kid was like, I might as well
was like not sleeping for 2 days.
yeah, I might as well have been up for 48 hours.
Whenever you get a brand new game console, man, those endorphins are firing off. Man.
Oh, yeah,
like,
of
oh my
course.
god, dude, I don't really get that anymore.
Because you can afford everything now.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
It's like doing a pint of cocaine.
Like
man.
seeing the PS5, I'm like, I know if I get it, I'll play like Demon Souls and be like, yeah, I mean, sure, like,
Yeah.
because the jump isn't that
Well,
significant.
PS4
anymore.
games can load 20% faster
Right,
now.
cool.
Yeah.
Epic, man. Oh, wow, really excited.
Yeah, and going from like a SNES to an N64 is like, whoa,
It's insane.
3D.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me? I can walk in any direction? What?
Up is forward.
What is this analog stick?
Oh my god, the cancer that is the fucking N64 controller. I look at that thing now. I look at that thing now, and I'm just like, how did anyone think this was a good idea?
I love picking it up still and being like, God damn, you ugly son of a bitch. I love you.
I feel it again, and I put my thumb on like the analog stick, and I'm just like, how is it this fucking hard? Like, this is designed to give blistered. How did this pass the ergonomics test?
Yeah, the moment I like put my thumb on the joystick, my palm just starts to hurt. I'm just like, the memories of blistered palms doing fucking this on Mario Party 2.
Yeah, you could get gloves from Nintendo.
Yeah,
they would
yeah,
say,
yeah.
because they lost a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because of Mario Party 1, because of their
yeah.
palm injuries.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
ridiculous.
My palm got destroyed in Mario Party 1.
I believe that. That's insane.
Yeah, I just assume like the design team at Nintendo, the first day on the job, they just took like an ergonomics book and just set it on fire. It's like, okay, we're designing the N64 controller now, guys.
Is it fun? Put it in. Man, I remember as well that same Christmas when we got the Wii, my older brother got like, not the Death Star. What's the other big battleship in Star Wars? The one that's like a fucking, like that.
Oh,
Destroyer or something. I don't fucking know.
something like that. I don't know.
And then he built it all, and for some reason had the amazing idea to put it near the TV in front of where we were with the Wii. And yeah, I'm sure you can imagine what happened.
Oh, yeah.
It fucking hit the roof. Someone did the bowling, threw it, slammed the roof, smashed down and destroyed this thing that he spent like 8 hours building. It was so funny. I'll never forget that shit.
Watching my dad playing Wii Sports is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, because
boomers get so into it.
oh dude, like he was so into fucking Wii boxing as well. It's like of all the Wii Sports ones, it was the fucking
Mike
most
Tyson, Joey
intense
Watch.
one. And oh my god, just watching my dad just fucking doing this for like 2 hours, it's just so funny.
Man, I remember one Christmas. I don't know how old I was. So I was in Sunday school, and I fucking hated Sunday school because why the fuck would I want to go to like to as well? When you're like 8, I didn't understand why I should care about Jesus and shit.
Right.
To me, I was like, who is this guy and why do I care?
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Who is this guy?
Who's man's?
Who's the big J man that everyone keeps talking about, man?
And so I remember this. I fucking hated it. My parents, for some reason, because my parents, right? Not to out my parents here, right? But they said they were religious.
Right,
My
right,
parents are fucking religious. They just wanted to be religious. You know, it's literally like, I feel like the white suburban family. It's like, we believe in Jesus.
We love J-Man.
Yeah, we love him, man. We're all, whatever. And I'm like, we're not fucking religious. Like, I asked my mom and dad was the last time when they went to church, and it's like, how many decades?
1972.
Right. So they had the genius idea to put all of me and my brothers in Sunday school. And my older brother, he never complains about stuff. He just gets on with it. Right. And me, you know me, I like to complain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we get into your story,
Okay.
What is Sunday school?
Oh, do you not know? Okay, true.
It's like a church school, right?
So yeah, it's like, I mean, it's in America as well. I think it's more popular in America, but in the UK as well. It's normally for like Christian stuff or Catholic or whatever.
What did you learn in Sunday school? Because I've never been to Sunday school.
Jesus.
I just know about Sunday school.
So I think I was too young to do like the super religious stuff. So 90% of the time, they just spoke about like religious, they would tell stories, and I remember being like, who the fuck cares? And also I remember coloring in so many pictures, so many fucking pictures. And
Did you have like a Jesus coloring book?
yeah, we had like a Jesus coloring page,
God.
and I fucking hated it because I was
happy.
like, who is this guy? Why do I care?
Why am I coloring this guy in?
This is the 5th time we've colored in his birth. Do we really need to keep coloring this in? I do remember being like, and also one time, and it was, I'd watch TV shows, American cartoons, and they had like the paddling balls. And I have this very vivid memory of one time one of the kids bringing in the paddling balls, and it was like the coolest fucking thing ever. And they immediately took it away from him. And I was like, no, I want to play with the paddling ball.
Wait, why did they take it away from him?
I don't know, because it's Jesus time.
No one interrupts Jesus.
And they made us do like a play at Christmas when I was like 8 or 9.
Oh, well, of like the birth of Jesus and stuff.
Yeah.
I think my school did that as well.
Yeah, but it wasn't school though. We had to do fucking Sunday school.
What role did you get?
I had to give myrrh. And I remember being like, Mum,
You were one of the wise men?
Yeah, I was one of the wise men.
Oh man, you got a big role.
Yeah.
I was the snowman.
But I think it's because
that was literally what I did. I literally just did this on stage, and then
you, Jesus.
my mum still has pictures being like, "Woo! Great performance! Great performance!"
but
love your arm angles.
I think I was one of the wise men only because there wasn't enough kids to fill the other roles. because there wasn't enough kids in the school. I hated it. I remember. And then also I was like, why do I have to have myrrh, Mum?
Yeah.
He's got gold. I want gold. That's bullshit. And I didn't know how to say myrrh at the time when I was a kid.
Why did you say?
Yeah. Gold. I know gold, mother. Come on, give me it. And I remember we had to do this shitty play, and I was like, I hate this so much. I hate it. And so for one Christmas, I asked my mum, she was like, what do you want for Christmas?
Myrrh.
I dead ass looked her in the eyes, and I was like, I don't care about gifts. Just please don't make me go to Sunday school. I want my Sundays back, Mum. I'm going to school 5 days a week, and then another day I have to turn up and fucking color pictures of Jesus. Are you kidding me? I hate this shit. And I think, honestly, that's the reason why I just care for, like, zero religion now.
Right.
Because they
Yeah.
pushed it so heavily on me, and I'm like, this is shit. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
We're reading book stories about this dude who I don't give a fuck about. Like, there's no cartoon.
So you
or
went
anything.
to a Catholic school as well?
No, it wasn't a Catholic school, but they did make us pray 3
Right.
times a day.
Wait, so what?
So in Wales, like, a lot of the schools should make you pray.
Oh.
Because it's like a religious country.
Even if it's
in
like an
general.
atheist like school.
Well, there's no atheist school. It's just like, it's a school.
Oh.
And a lot of them have, like...
It's just a school.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so in my secondary school and my primary school, I think you pray 3 times a day.
Oh wow.
But,
Really?
but the thing is, right, that you realize maybe like in high school, you're like, oh, they won't tell you off if you don't pray because
Yeah.
they can't,
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it's a religious thing.
But it's a school. It's still like a school rule.
Well, no, it's
Or-
the thing
or like
is,
a school suggestion?
It's like a cult, right? Because when you get in this thing, right, you go to school and then everyone suddenly bows their head and starts fucking speaking in tongues.
Right.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, okay, I should probably join in on this. I don't want to be
Yeah.
the only one left out. But then you realize after on, oh, they're not going to do anything if I don't pray and just stand there and look around and be like, what's going on? You see all the other kids. And so
Right.
I would just refuse to do it eventually because I'm
Right.
like, I'm not praying. I don't
Yeah.
believe in this nonsense.
Right.
I don't understand why they made us do it. Because we weren't a
Yeah, that's
religious
weird.
school.
Like, right, that's the thing. It's like I find that a bit weird because it would make sense if you went to like a Christian school or a Catholic school.
It
right?
might have been like,
But-
it wasn't officially a Christian school, but I think a lot of the schools in Wales were like Christian-esque or
Right.
something.
I think just a lot of schools in England are like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I don't think I went to a Catholic or religious
No, I
school, but we still did religious things around Christmas time, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, fuck.
Because like I come from a Buddhist family, so
True.
like we'd have events in the church and stuff like
You're like,
this.
what the
And I'm like,
fuck?
what? This isn't the temple.
They-
What is this?
God, we have to like sing like Welsh hymns, and they're like the fucking worst thing.
I had to sing hymns as well. I had
Did
no
you?
idea what they meant.
No, me neither. There was
Yeah.
one, and like it was called like Dordafn Hen, and it means come on my head. So
J-Man, please.
yeah,
Behave yourself. I know it's your birthday and all, but fucking hell.
It's literally called like Dordafn Hen, right? And which literally translated come on my head. So every time they would like, because there was a sheet of 12 hymns, and they would never do Dordafn Hen because everyone would always like look at each other and giggle, and because like the chorus was just shouting like loudly Dordafn Hen, like, and so they would never pick it because everyone would just start screaming "come on my head" in Welsh because they found it, because we're all fucking kids and we found it funny. And every time they'd pick it, it was like a fucking event because it was the one time where all the kids who didn't really sing and go would proudly sing.
Would be
it.
like,
Right.
it's time, boys.
All right, boys, in queue, right?
Yeah, no, that's weird because like I went to my high school was like a Catholic school, even though I'm not Catholic personally. But like we didn't even have to do like the whole like praying thing. Like we would have to do maybe like an end of term mass or like a beginning of term mass and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that's like bring on the new year. But yeah, we never had to do any.
I did. It was one of those things that when you left, you're like, that was weird, wasn't it? That was weird that they made us pray. After, we would like pray before every meal and stuff, like a
Yeah.
full on like.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah, it is weird. What's up with that, Wales, man? Come on. And eventually, my parents did grant my Christmas wish. And
Oh, really?
stopped
Oh, really?
taking-
Got you out of there.
Because I
What,
legit.
at what age? At what age?
Fuck, it was before I started secondary school, so it must have been.
How long were you in there for?
I think like 2 or 3 years.
Jeez.
Fucking
Make it
hated
sound
it.
like a prison.
I
How long
did.
were you in there for?
How long are you in?
Oh,
I literally.
have you readjusted to
the-
society now?
The amount of times I was like, Mum, I cannot. I know you think that it's just me being a fucking kid, but I fucking hate this. Please take me out of this.
Honestly, as a kid, like anything religious was just the most boring thing for me. Like I remember whenever my mum would take me to temples and everything to go like pray and like talk to the monk and everything, and like I just wanted to go home and play N64. Honestly,
Yeah.
Like I'm just like this. What's fun to do here? There is literally nothing fun to do here in this religious place.
This is why, like, when you see like those families who like their kids just get like indoctrinated into the indoctrinated. That's not my word. Raised into the. I think it's indoctrinated.
Indoctrinated.
I think so. Like they get
Call
raised,
out to anyone who's
They
religious.
get like they're super religious people, right? Because I remember even when I was like 8 and I would hear these things like he turned wine into water, and I remember being like 8 years old, like did he though? I've never seen anyone do that. I'm pretty.
Actually.
I'm like, yeah, but I remember being like, that sounds a bit bullshit to
press
me.
X to doubt.
Yeah, I do remember vividly being like, yeah, I don't know about
Pixar
that.
didn't happen.
The same thing with Santa Claus. Like my parents would try and tell me at like age 10 that Santa was real. I'm like, I'm not having any of that. Come on, reindeers that can fly. Come on, mom. Come on.
That's the question. At what age did you figure out that, spoilers alert, Santa isn't real?
Oh, dude, I like went on like an operation at like midnight to like find out. To
You did like the stealth mission.
to prove to them that I knew what they were doing, and I found out.
I found out accidentally because I think I was maybe like 10 or 11 and it was Christmas night and I was like, fuck, I really need a pee. I drank too much, whatever it was. And I got up in the middle of the night. My dad was like this next to the tree and he just called me red-handed and he's like, all right, son, it's time. You found out.
It's time you knew the truth.
You got me, kid.
I think I know where, because I did like a thorough sweep of the house.
Yeah.
But a few days before, I'm like,
Yeah.
there'll be presents here if
Yeah.
my theory is correct, my hypothesis. Couldn't find any presents in the house, and I was like, they must be hidden in the garage. So I was like, right, I'll wait till midnight on Christmas until they bring them in. And I slept, right? It was like covert ops, just pretending to sleep. My parents came in to check if I was sleeping.
Yeah.
And I wasn't.
Right.
So I don't remember the exact age I found out like Santa wasn't real, but I remember as a kid, I was like the smartest dumb kids in existence because I would like be figuring out all these like logistics of how Santa could be able to send these presents round because there would be years where I wouldn't be at home, so I'd be like, how's Santa gonna figure out I ain't home?
Beat that
yeah. So like we'd be staying at my cousin's house, right? And the presents would still be there, even though we were staying at my cousin's house, no matter where we were every year. And for some reason, it just didn't click to me as a kid that Santa wasn't real.
Yeah.
But like, instead of just realizing that Santa wasn't real, I was like, yo, so this is how Santa knew I was staying here. So he went to our house, didn't see I was there, saw like the note that I left somewhere, or saw like the phone call that I had with my cousin that we were coming around to his house.
Right.
So that's how Santa knew that I was staying around my cousin's house. And I explained this to my parents at the time. And my parents were just like, yeah, you figured it out.
You got him.
You figured it out. You've
got him.
outsmarted
God
Santa.
damn it, he's smart.
You have like the whiteboard with like the pins on it. It's just like, does he operate by time zones? Like, how does it work? Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
I think I just remember being like, damn, none of this Jesus stuff seemed to have happened. Like when I was 10, I was like, I don't know if this Santa stuff's real because none of this other shit's happening. I want to try wine.
Did you ever do like that? I think it's just like an American thing, but did you ever leave like the cookies and
No, yeah,
like,
we did
milk?
that.
Yeah,
I did
really?
that, Yeah.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I think so. My dad just wanted food.
I saw this brilliant Reddit post of like a dad being like, so my son's left cookies and milk on his bedside table, but how do I tell him that Santa is lactose intolerant? It's like, do I just drink the milk and take the shits for my son, or do I leave it there and break his heart?
I remember one time my dad was like, no, Connor, Santa likes beer.
I'm definitely doing that to my child.
Oh my
And so he legit poured beer for himself and then just drank it, obviously, because he just poured a cold one for himself.
I'm just gonna beat my son. I'm like, did you know that Santa loves gin and tonic?
Yeah, Santa likes an espresso martini.
Yeah. Leave a gin and tonic and maybe a cheese platter on there. Your dad will. Santa will definitely eat that.
Double, of course.
Double shot. Santa ain't no pussy.
Santa doesn't like cookies. He like brownies, but like the special.
Yeah, the special brownies.
Give Santa the special kind of
Yeah,
brownies.
special
please.
brownies. That'll do. Okay, Santa loves G Fuel. just put a cup of G Fuel next to your bread.
I can't believe your dad dead ass said that to
Dude,
you.
that is so big brain.
Because he wanted the beer.
That is big brain as fuck.
Because he knows that we'd believe it. Like I believed that it wasn't real, but I also was like, maybe a little bit. there's a chance that someone's drinking this.
Like,
so,
well,
yeah.
I mean, Santa is a grown adult. You know, he might. He's working
Probably
hard on
shouldn't be
Christmas.
driving and drinking, you know, but I mean, that's okay.
So like, question to you guys: do you normally have like a normal like what's your Christmas day like? What's your typical Christmas day like? Do you have any schedules? Do you have any like?
Used to have you know, you'd open presents first thing, which is always the best part.
Yeah.
Pretty much goes downhill from there.
Yeah,
Once
do you remember the age where you just couldn't sleep before Christmas? And
yeah.
then as a teenager, you're just like, dude, like
Well, because
I don't care about this anymore.
You know, you realize when you were like, I don't know, did you always used to pick a lot of things and you would get some of them, or did you get everything that you picked?
I would get some of them.
Because my parents would also be like, listen, Connor, Santa's got a budget. And I was like, really? So then I had to like look for the product within the budget.
Right.
And then I never connected the dots, you know, from age like 8 or whatever. But
Yeah.
I would go through like we had a thing called like Argos.
Yeah.
I'd
no,
go through
Argos.
What's that?
It's like they had like a giant, like fucking gigantic booklet.
Imagine
of,
the
like-
most depressing store you can
Yeah.
think of. You go into this store, right?
Yeah.
And it's not a store. It's just a store of catalogs. So imagine like Amazon. Imagine the Amazon warehouse, but it had a store.
Like an Amazon IRL.
Yeah.
So you would go and you could book it online, or back then you had to go to the store and like
Right.
tick off the boxes you wanted.
Yeah.
According to like the catalog.
Sounds
and then
depressing
they'd
as
bring-
fuck.
Yeah, it was.
Because the catalog.
As a kid though, this shit was magical because it had like everything in it.
Right.
And so you would go through and you know, an adult now you realize this was just fucking overpriced.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
yeah,
the shit
yeah.
was, but you know, back then there was no Amazon, so you were like fitting it in the budget.
Yeah, because how you go through it is because back in the day you didn't really have the internet, so you'd have to order off this catalog. So you go into this Argos store, and there was this catalog that was like as thick as a brick. You could fucking murder someone with this catalog, right? So
Like a phone book.
You'd go in and you'd flip to like the index. So you go and you're just like,
Thwomp! It's right, in there.
Right.
yeah. And so you'd flip through the index and go through like the game sections and the toy sections, which was like which was the only sections you really looked at.
Right.
And then it was just like free pickings basically.
Yeah.
I never had anything
And
like
then
that.
basically, like, you know, when I turned up Christmas morning, there'd probably be a few surprises, but most of the stuff that I wanted would be there. Except that one time, like I said in the Cow episode, fucking dad bought me cricket tickets.
that you didn't
I had
want.
clearly expressed my disdain for cricket, but I thought
Yeah.
he thought this is going to change his
I
mind.
genuinely like, other than the Game Boy Advance, I genuinely don't remember what else I got as from Santa.
One Christmas, I just got like all Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I got the fucking
yeah.
dual arm thing, and I got like.
Oh, you got one of those?
Yeah, I got one. All
Jealous.
my friends got one as well. So
Jealous.
we would turn up to school and we would play Yu-Gi-Oh, but then they just stopped playing after they realized. my
I
deck
guess Santa
was
didn't have the
OP.
budget for that for me.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I feel like I asked for 1 year, but I just didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean,
I just
Your
got
dad
like
was like, "Fuck this little shit. He doesn't need that."
yeah, it's like I think he just got me like a bunch of booster packs.
He's like,
instead. I was
he has the graveyard and the fold-out thing at the
yeah,
back of the
yeah,
booster pack.
yeah,
She'll
yeah,
be fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
I remember for me, it was always video games. I never asked for anything but video games. And that was because as a kid, there were only 2 times in the year when I could get new video games.
Right.
And one of them was my birthday and the other one was Christmas.
Yeah, it was a fucking rare occasion if I managed to get a game outside
Yeah.
of my birthday or Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I remember it was like the highlight of my year because I'd be like, finally, I can play something other than Super Mario 64 for like the millionth time. And so I couldn't get every game, so I'd normally get like 2. If it was like a fucking special year,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like I knew my parents loved me when I got 3 video games. Man.
Yeah, 3 games is like the limit for me as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Well, it's like 100 quid, 120 pounds.
Yeah.
We're pushing it.
Yeah, so I mean that's probably why I will always remember the N64 because the N64 was just like
Huge.
like God mode.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
mode. Like I had never gotten a bigger present in my life at that point.
Yeah, now that you say that, I think I remember why I wanted to, like, why I kept doing like chess stuff and being good at things because my parents would buy me shit. If I wanted things, they would buy me stuff. So I was like,
Right.
I should just win the stuff that I'm good at, and then they'll keep buying me things. Because whenever I like win a tournament or whatever, they'd go and buy me a game, and I'm
Yeah.
like, stonks. All right, let's just get good at something.
I think that was me, but just with like school. And like, especially like Japanese for me. Like if I did well in like my Japanese tests and whatnot, my mum would be like, "Yes, that is."
My brother
son."
was always better, so it didn't matter. I was like, I gotta find another niche.
Oh, fair
Oh,
enough.
okay.
Fair enough.
Do you have any family traditions at Christmas?
We just have like family come over, and you know,
We have like 2 parties. We have like one like Christmas Eve, so like 24th, the night we would have kind of bring all of our like family friends over.
Yeah.
So like all my like childhood friends and whatnot, like friends from school and whatnot come to ours, and then Christmas Day, the next day is when it's like family, like during the day.
For me, it's the other way around. Like
Yeah.
family day is like it's like completely sober. It's like Christmas Day. Boxing Day is when the fucking party is at, where we get
okay.
like drunk with the family.
Now, Boxing Day is recovery day for us. Boxing Day is like we've had 2 parties back to back. Got to recover.
Yeah, just have like family come over, I think, and just have a nice little get together.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice for us as well because at my parents' place we have like this because it's during the summer in Australia. We have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this big we have like at our place like, this like big backyard like deck that looks over
Right.
everything, and so like just crack open a cold beer in like the fucking 30-degree summer on a Christmas is fucking awesome.
I keep forgetting that.
That's weird to me.
That-
Or we
yeah.
go to my uncle's place and we jump in his pool and we're just in the pool all day on a Christmas day.
My-
It was
my-
super weird for me like 2-3 years ago when I was living in Thailand and we were celebrating Christmas in Thailand.
Yeah.
And it was just like 30-degree heat and us opening Christmas presents under a Christmas tree. And I'm like, this isn't very Christmassy.
I'm sweating, Mum.
This doesn't
Why am I
feel
sweating?
very Christmassy. I have to put the AC on.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
not. It's. I mean, okay. Have you ever had a white Christmas?
Yeah.
I've had it once.
Well,
I've had it once.
So my family most of the time prefer to like go on like vacation
Okay.
for Christmas. I think they just love going on vacation. And this is something they always used to do is like, we're not going to buy you stuff, Connor. We're going to take you places. And which I appreciate now, but as a kid, I
Yeah.
fucking hated it.
Right.
I'm like, I don't want to go to fucking France, Mum. I fucking hate France. Everyone in France is a dickhead. Can you just get me the
wait,
new Game Boy?
You don't see family on Christmas?
So it depends on. It's like I think every other year. It's
Right.
normally like so we would sometimes go skiing or snowboarding, which sounds fucking
that's
epic.
privileged
now.
Yeah,
as
that-
fuck
that's-
now, yeah.
Right, but
Your family have the right idea, man.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
they are big brain.
Yeah.
but you know when I was a kid, I'm like, I don't want to fucking be away. This is my time off. You're making me do work. Because to me, right, skiing with and snowboarding with my family was like a chore when I was a kid.
Right.
Because they're so fucking slow. And,
Right.
like I would have to like go on a ski thing, and I would just be like, I would wait at the top.
Like, come on, peasants.
Yeah, I would wait at the top, and I'm like, just go ahead. I'll be down. I'll follow you. And I would wait 5 minutes on my phone, and then when I was like, oh, it's been 5 minutes, time to go like full speed down and
Yeah,
catch up
yeah.
and like overtake them.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I just have to wait. And then, you know, also when you're a kid and you don't have money, I'm fucking hungry as shit. And
Yeah.
in these resorts, because like we would go on like packages, right?
Yeah.
So they were pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Like not to bash my parents. I'm very grateful, but they were like the cheapest possible way that you could go to like Italy and ski.
Right, right.
Which is fair enough. I mean, I applaud the effort. But when you had to eat out at these places, they like charge a lot for like food and drinks. So it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So it was like, we're getting one meal between us all. We're all going to split it. And I'm like, fuck, Mum, I'm starving. Like I would nut for more than 1/6 of a pizza right now.
Right.
I'm like, please. But going now as an adult and I have my own money, I'm like, I'll waste all my money on the food there. I don't give a fuck. I want to
Yeah.
be full.
No, because like these activities, I've realized the reason we enjoy them so much as an adult.
What do you do with your friends?
Yeah, no, not just that, but because we can get alcohol involved.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. Like it's just like going on trips and everything. It's just funner with a pint and
It's like, oh, 9
being able to chill out with
a.m.
them.
I guess it's
Yeah,
time for a
dude.
pint.
Yeah, because what do you do after you have your fun activity and you just want to wind down? As a kid, you have fucking nothing to do.
Yeah.
But as an adult, you can just get
Yeah,
drunk
like-
with the boys and that's...
Yeah, I enjoy spending more time with my family now that I'm an adult than I
Yeah.
did when I was a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
little
because
shit when I was
I've
a kid.
worked at I've had 3 white Christmases and all 3 of them have been because I was working at a ski resort in Japan.
I was about to say, having a white Christmas in Australia.
Oh no,
Or
no,
was it the
that's a different that's a
apocalypse
different
coming?
that's a different type of white Christmas if you guys are sure. But yeah, like the like I had the whitest Christmases in like ski resorts because it's just fucking white everywhere. But
Right.
like the only difference between the Christmas night at a ski resort and every other night is that there's just more white people outside, really. Like, that's the only difference because what do you do at a ski resort other than skiing and snowboarding? You get shit faced.
Yeah.
That's the only
Sauna's normally a good shout.
yeah, or like onsen, right? But
Yeah.
like other than that, it's like the only other thing. If you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh man, my body's feeling a bit sore. I don't want to go skiing or snowboarding. There's nothing to do during the day other than to go to the one bar that's open 24/7 and just get shit faced.
And also because like fucking skiing and snowboarding is so fucking exhausting.
Oh yeah.
You're like, all right, that fucking pint is like amazing. You haven't been skiing or snowboarding.
I've never been
have you?
skiing or snowboarding.
We gotta go. We
It's
gotta go
always
on the
been.
trip.
We will.
I mean, like the reason I've never been is just because I mean every holiday we went to Thailand.
Yeah, it's
So-
also one of those things where I feel like I don't know why my family just were like, let's just go skiing for the first time.
Yeah.
I feel like normally you go with someone who's been,
Yeah.
so they can be like, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
I'll you know, I'll
Also,
Also,
like like skiing lessons. and
skiing
stuff
lessons.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, you know, when I was growing up, I wasn't in the most privileged
Yeah,
position
yeah,
where
yeah.
my family could kind of afford that because I feel like going skiing is like an expensive holiday, or can be.
Yeah,
an
it
expensive
is.
holiday
I mean,
because you
Well,
can-
especially if you're in a country that doesn't have like resorts nearby.
exactly,
right?
exactly,
Yeah.
right.
You know what? I realized this when I started flying for like conventions and stuff, right? I always thought that airports were even worse than they actually are. Because, right, if you get one of those package deals, the company that does the package deal charters the plane.
Right.
So you all have to like wait in this fucking horrible line. These planes are like the fucking worst.
Yeah.
And the people are the worst as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like the worst kind of British tourist,
Yeah.
which I'm sure you've all seen videos of. You watch like airport meltdowns.
Yeah.
It's always British people.
Right.
Always. Dude, these fucking flights are awful, man. It's the most, oh God. You been on them?
I've been on. Okay, so the most depressing place I've been to on Earth, I think, is Luton Airport
Oh, it's awful.
Or in UK.
in
That's
the UK.
terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Or-
Okay, so we stayed. Okay, so this, back when I was just like fucking poor and all that stuff, we booked this holiday. It was me and Sydney at the time. So we booked this holiday on this like budget airline that flew out of Luton. And I remember to save costs, we needed to stay near Luton because it was actually cheaper to stay near Luton than to like get there in the morning in the like rush hour time.
Right.
And so we picked the cheapest hotel, which happened to be Easy Hotel, which I didn't know that.
That already sounds sus.
Okay, so in like Europe, there's this budget airline called EasyJet.
It's the worst.
right?
It's the
And it's the worst. It's one of the worst airlines. I wouldn't say it's the worst.
What's
but
worse, Ryan?
I'd say Ryanair.
Ryanair
They're,
is
they're
fucking
both the
sus.
two sides of the
Anything
same
that
coin.
flies out of Luton is automatically like horrible for me.
Yeah.
But like, so we stay in Easy Hotel, and I've never felt like I've paid to stay in a prison cell before until I stayed there. So it was like we go in and there's literally like no windows.
Yeah, it's just a white room, right? with a
Yeah,
bed.
no, ours is just a black room, and like the walls are paper thin, and they were like I could hear at least like 3 different people fucking in different rooms. You know what I mean? And I go into the shower, right?
It's a shared shower, right? Or is it?
No. You had your own private shower, but it was.
Ooh la la.
That's one
Well,
step up, isn't it?
damn.
But like there wasn't even like a door to like separate the shower from like the bed. Okay, so it was just like curtains. So you open up these curtains, and then there is like a toilet seat. And then there is a shower right next to it. And it was the like definition of how I imagine a prison shower to be, right? Because the only thing because there's nothing separating the toilet from the shower.
Right.
So you're just showering and yes, and so while you're showering, the toilet's just like getting fucking soaked.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And it's got like the grey kind of like floor as well, so
Yeah.
it felt like I was in a prison cell, and I had to pay good money.
How much was it for like a night?
I can't remember, like 20 quid a night.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
I would have rather
stay
stayed
in
in
a
a prison
capsule
cell.
hotel.
Like it was just like me and Sydney there, but I was like, I better not drop the soap, man. I better not drop the soap while I'm here.
Some dude just burst through the fucking wall. It's like, hey.
because like Ryanair and EasyJet, if you like forget your ticket, they charge you like €50 or
I
pounds.
got charged that when we flew from fucking Amsterdam to Ireland.
I got
Like,
charged that as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dude, I've never wanted to smack an attendant in my life, but when she said that, I was like, my backhand is ready.
Yeah, and like if you have like over like 5 kilograms or something, which is like what you're obviously going to have over,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
charge you like £50 to bring a carry on. It's ridiculous.
So dumb.
Like,
So dumb.
It's awful, Dad.
Because it's right in this fine print where they tell you can't check in, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the big one. I understand, not having like not being able to check in or everything, but like putting it in like the fine print.
That's just a dick move.
Yeah, it is like what is it, like arsehole designs?
Yeah.
That is it. That is it.
And they have like a million ads before
Yeah.
you even get to what you want to like get to. Like the amount of fucking rent-a-cars they fucking try and show you is up the ass online. And
It's like, no,
and
no,
also
no.
even if the plane is completely empty, they won't let you choose seats, and they on purpose scatter you so that they force you to pay to sit next to each other.
Right.
But I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah,
no,
fuck-
I'm not doing that. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. I'll see them when I land. Who fuck cares?
Yeah, it's
I'm
so
not that desperate that I need to be within a 2-meter radius of my friends all the time. Like Jesus Christ.
We have something similar in Australia. It's called Jetstar.
Oh god.
And,
every fucking like continent has them.
It's so bad. I fucking flew Jetstar once from Sydney to Brisbane, and it was like an hour and a half flight, but it was the worst fucking flight I'd ever been on.
God.
Like delayed 3 hours for no reason. And then you get there, and then it's like 60 million years for the luggage to come out on the other side. I'm just like, where is this luggage?
God, it's like
Yeah.
have you been on Norwegian? You've been on Norwegian.
Yeah, I've been
right?
on
Norwegian,
You fucking hate
yeah.
Norwegian Airlines.
It's all right.
It's not.
Norwegian's
Oh
okay.
my God.
Like compared to other budget airlines, Norwegian is like the Rolls Royce of budget airlines, man. Like,
No, it's because it's the only budget airline that's like long haul, I swear. And you can have a 12-hour flight and they will give you no food.
Really?
Yeah.
On Norwegian?
You have to pay for their
Oh,
food.
yeah, but like any budget airline that has movies,
But I think-
that has a movie choice is already like better than 90%
Yeah, but
of budget
I think it only
airlines.
has movies because they don't make those planes, the ones that do long haul, without them built in.
Yeah,
like I don't
right.
think they do that anymore. Like, so I don't think it's possible. I'm sure if they could have removed the TVs and made you pay for them, I'm sure they would have. But like the fact that they can go 12 hours and not
Yeah.
give you food, like blows my mind.
I've never been on Norwegian airline
Don't.
that long. So
Dude, don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say I've been on worse.
And also it's a 12-hour flight, right? And they charge you for like a carry-on.
Where the fuck were you flying to?
LA to UK.
UK to
And,
LA.
Oh,
and it's
Jesus.
always Norwegian because they were
Really?
by far the cheapest.
You guys didn't have like American or United or anything?
There's American, yeah, but okay,
Yeah,
so
but they were more like
so-
double the price.
Oh,
also
right.
broke as fuck. So it was like either Norwegian, which was pretty consistently always like $400,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
return
yeah.
Jesus.
from London to LA, and then the next up was like United, which was like 500. But back then it was like $100, and I was like, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's like a slightly better hotel.
No, it wasn't 400 to 500. It was like 400 to
600. Yeah,
600,
true, true.
700.
Right,
and then
right,
it-
right.
yeah,
I think you got what you paid for. I think that Norwegian is good for the price. And if you're like someone broke who's trying to go to like AX or something,
Yeah.
or trying to go to LA for the,
Yeah, the
for
400
anime
return
convention,
seems super
it's a
affordable.
it is.
super
But
good
it was
deal.
just like every
You
single
just
time.
run the risk of dying of starvation. on a
every single
plane,
time I was on the plane, I was fucking hungry.
just eat a shit ton before you get
Yeah,
on.
I
Bring
know.
a fuck ton of snacks, and you'll be good, man.
You just have to fast. On
Yeah,
the
because the first time I didn't know. I didn't know because I saw that you could pay for a meal.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, oh, they'll give you like a snack or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You don't get anything. You get nothing.
Would you like this granola bar for
Yeah.
$6?
And like these chairs are I don't know how it's like they've engineered these chairs to be fucking god awful. Like at least other airlines have semi-competent chairs, but for some reason on Norwegian Airlines they had fucking handcrafted this shit to be disgusting and painful. And if you get in the middle row of the four, it's like just give up on being happy in life for the next 12 hours. And one time I went on it, and I was in the aisle seat of the three, and I was like, okay, well it's not the middle of the four. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. And this couple were like making out next to me. And like I swear they were fingering each other. Because I was like, this is disgusting. Like I wanna die. Please. And no amount of like don't look at the side could like focus me on Game of Thrones season 4, whatever the fuck I was watching. I was like, please.
Yeah, because it's like it's the one time you curse that you have a periphery, right?
Yeah, because every time I would take my headphone off just for a second, I could hear like,
Oh,
I'm like, oh god,
why?
Tell you what, if you're gonna go on budget airlines, just pay $300 for a good pair of noise cancelling headphones. Like, honestly, like that's the best advice I can give you. Don't cheap out on them.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what it is about the airplane design of seats that are just like ergonomically designed to be the most uncomfortable thing you've ever sat on.
Did you see those standing seats they were trying to make?
No?
It's like to fit more people in. They're trying to make standing seats for airlines so that like they can fit more people. It's just basically like this.
At this point, what's the difference between that and just being cattle? You know what I mean? Like we're just literally being herded in. And
It obviously was the budget airlines trying to do this.
It's like fucking sardines.
Because
Yeah.
they were like, we can fit 20% more passengers in the economy if we
Yeah,
do
but
this.
but no one wants that.
Yeah,
No passenger wants that.
Because their argument or something was that if it's a 2-hour flight, you can stand for 2 hours.
No, but no, I don't want to.
No, it's terrible. It's fucking
Fuck
awful.
that.
Like I don't mind a 1-hour flight. I'm like whatever. But like when it's 12 hours, sometimes having a bad seat is really
even a
fucking-
prison transport system has seats, guys. Come on.
They do.
Yeah, even a prison bus, you can sit down, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
It's sad, man.
Yeah.
But the point is that now that I'm older, I'm grateful that my parents took me on vacation. But when I was a kid, I
Also,
fucking
now,
hated
now I'm older. I'm glad I have disposable income.
Yeah,
and
right.
thinking back to the broke uni student days, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, going back to Christmas, did you ever have like any Christmas movies or like stuff that you'd watch?
I
As a kid?
never got the concept of Christmas movies or
didn't?
like holiday movies. I don't know. Like my dad is like such a fucking film snob that
hated-
the moment he hears the word Christmas movies, he's like, get that shit away from me.
I had relationships where they would want to watch fucking around that time, they would just be obsessed with watching the same fucking movies, and I'm like, I don't want to watch.
I am
for the 50th
currently
time.
in that relationship right now.
Poor fucking man. I'm like, you know what? Disney movies are fine, but can we not watch just Disney movies? Can we just watch something else?
Oh, I'd rather that than the shitty live action Christmas movies. Like it's always they always have like the same kind of titles. It's always the same theme of like, oh, it's a romantic comedy kinda, but it's also wholesome. And by the way, the entire soundtrack to the movie is Christmas carols. Have fun.
Every relationship I've been in, they're like, yeah, I love this Christmas movie, and they put it on. It's fucking Elf. It's always Elf.
It's Elf.
Always fucking
Elf is like the Christmas classic.
I was trying
It's
to.
like The Office for like white people, but on Christmas. It's just their
I
version.
was
of it.
trying to convince Aki that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is totally a
She
Christmas
did not
movie.
believe me. She was like, Die Hard? The fucking Yippee-Ki-Yay one? I'm like,
I
yes,
just-
the Yippee-Ki-Yay one. That is a Christmas movie.
There are two things that I know that I will probably not get on with a person that if they say like if they love Disney movies more than like a healthy amount, or if they own a horse. Those are the two reasons. Those are the two ways I'll know I'm probably not going to get on with them. So I'm just like, let's
Why?
just
What is it about horse people?
Dude, everyone knows horse girls are crazy, man.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because they're going to love the horse, especially if you're in a relationship with one.
Yeah.
They're going to love the horse more than they ever love you.
Yeah.
And that's just like, that's a fact.
That is true.
100%.
Horse girls are just the equivalent of car dudes. You know what I mean?
It's
know
the
what I
dudes
mean?
with the Honda Civics in their profile picture. It's like, oh,
No offense, Alexi, but no offense, Alexi. Love you, bro. No, but like I don't know. I never, at least with us, like we never got like, especially with like Halloween movies as well. It's like Halloween movies, Christmas movies. Are there even Easter movies? Is that a thing?
they try to make that.
Is that a genre?
Yeah, there's that like hot
there
one.
shouldn't be a genre of Easter movies.
No,
I don't know.
No. Is it-
Passion of Christ. Fucking hell, movie.
Passion of the Christ is an Easter movie. You know, just
You know,
good,
one
old,
time-
good old fun.
One time, my best mate, his dad, for his like 14th birthday, got him fucking Bruno on DVD. He had no idea what it was, but his joke was like, "Oh, I think you're gay, son. So here's Bruno." What? No joke. And I remember I went to his house and
Bit
we
of a
watched.
casual homophobia
Yeah,
right there, you know?
Yeah, I was like,
Jesus
what
Christ.
what the fuck happens in this family? And we watched fucking Bruno at like 15 at his house. And I remember being so confused at some of the scenes.
That's just like the equivalent of just like, here you go. Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
It's just
you,
like-
you are gay. Here's Bruno.
He was that one kid where his parents just didn't seem to give a fuck.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, sure, you can watch porn. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know,
whatever.
Who's hurting?
So you'll get to it eventually. It's all right. Just get a head start. You'll be good.
so fucking weird, man. So weird.
No, like I don't understand watching some of the Christmas movies, but I do like the feeling of just getting together and watching a movie. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas movie.
Right, that's
for me.
what I
But I like
understand.
watching like family movies, especially on Christmas.
Oh, my parents just have shit taste in movies.
Wait, what's the definition of a family movie? Like a rom-com or?
I don't know. I mean, I showed my parents like Wolf Children with the family.
Oh, okay.
And that was
that's
like
cool.
that was like a very nice, you know, it was a nice family
I
bonding
cannot
moment.
get my parents to watch
Yeah,
anything
you'll-
animated.
yeah, I
They're
mean-
like, cartoons? No.
Oh no, this was something I had to like slowly slip in the idea for years. This was like Inception, you know. For years, I would
Plant
be like,
the seed.
yeah. You don't just like rock up on Christmas and be like, Mom, Dad, I want to show you some animated titties. No, you got to like plant the seed to be like, yo, there's some like.
I could not get my parents to like, no matter what I do, they would refuse.
My dad was like fucking strict about his movies because again he's a fucking film snob. So he's like the only anime movies that I will like and enjoy is Akira and Wicked City. If it doesn't have anime tits in it, I ain't interested.
Because also, I think to people in the UK, especially around my parents' age, to them, anything animated equals for children.
Right,
like,
right. You
without
should
a
show them
doubt.
Wicked City.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if I did, they would, you know,
Yeah,
they would
yeah.
be like,
They'd be like,
what on earth is this? You know, but yeah.
Oh yeah, my dad liked Ninja Scroll as well.
Oh damn.
Yeah, but
your
those
dad,
are
has, your dad has taste, man.
Yeah, but those are the only 3 movies. It's like, is it violent? Does it have titties in it? I'll watch it.
Hell yeah.
So there's no way.
Not really a Christmas movie though, is it?
No, I don't expect my dad to be like, hey son, Merry Christmas. Let's watch Wicked City. Like, I don't think that's. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I never got the idea of holiday movies. I just never really saw the point because again for us like Christmas was like a time to like celebrate with like family. Like,
I
have
mean, like,
drinks
do
and
you
whatnot, right?
believe in the so-called like Christmas spirit and everything like that?
What do you think, On? Do you think
Well,
I believe in
I
the
don't know
Christmas
because like it's different. It's different now. But the only thing that's different now really is being a YouTuber because like my entire life up until I became a YouTuber, Christmas was this like special holiday because it was a holiday. Like especially if you're in like an office job as well, it was the biggest holiday you got of the year. Basically.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it was just like it. I feel like I got programmed into thinking that this was like just a special holiday, and even if I wasn't with family, you know, something like watching Christmas anime for me, like watching like some of my favorite Christmas anime, like The Disappearance of Haruhi, was just like that. That's something I could never get bored of watching.
Yeah, man, me too.
Near Christmas Day. I know you love. I know you love
love
Disappearance of
the
Haruhi
Disappearance
and
of
stuff like
Haruhi,
that. Like I don't give a shit about most Christmas movies, but give me that Christmas anime, man.
Yeah, like I don't know. I never chalked up. I never thought, I
I
could watch anime on
I
Christmas.
suppose it's weird for you because you grew up in a country where it's sunny in Christmas, you know. So
Yeah.
every Christmas movie,
there's no concept of like grabbing a blanket and cuddling up on the couch to watch a Christmas
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
because
yeah.
you'd be sweating
I
your
mean,
ass
it's
off.
just
right?
always fucking cold in the UK, so it was like, all right, well, the same thing.
Yeah, for us it's like,
Same shit,
oh,
different day.
Merry Christmas, let's turn on the cricket. You know, that was it for us, right?
I mean, I think that as I get older, I think I appreciate the idea of it more, which is just spending time with family, especially because I you know, my little brother lives with my parents, and my older brother doesn't live too far away.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not hard for them to go visit him. But for me, it's like, because I haven't seen them in over like a year, I guess, when I moved to Japan. And originally they were like, "You gonna come back for Christmas, Connor?" Like the first Christmas, which was like 3 months after I moved here. I was like, "No, I just got here. I'm not coming back. Fuck that. I'll come next Christmas.
I'm gonna celebrate Christmas with the boys.
Yeah. Like, I'll come next Christmas. Psych, that never happened." So yeah, I haven't seen my family in like over a year and a half now, which is like, I don't know. Is that weird? I don't know.
No, it's weird.
I mean, it's weird, and I'm sure you would have seen them.
Oh, I would have normally,
Yeah.
definitely seen them.
Oh
by
yeah,
then.
yeah. We would not be here right now if the regular Corona.
Yeah, yeah,
wasn't
exactly.
Yeah,
going.
probably would be back, but you know,
Yeah.
that's how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately.
I guess as I get older, it's made me appreciate, you know, that what it is it's an excuse to, all right, go and see my family then. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
All
I
right.
I remember like when as a kid and as a young adult, I'm just like, who gives a shit about tradition?
I'm too
right?
cool. I don't need this.
Who really gives
Fuck
about
the system.
Who really gives about tradition and all this stuff? But like growing older, I'm just like, you know, there is something a bit special about keeping family traditions and doing something special, and like, you know, it's the whole Christmas spirit thing is like cheesy and shit like that. But I will say, like, doing something special that you do every year on Christmas that reminds you of, you know, how you were as a kid, and you know, the stuff that your parents like bestowed upon you and everything. It's like there's something special about that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it more. Like there was like, I really liked it as a kid, didn't get it as a teenager and a young adult, and like the more I've grown older, the more I'm like, yeah, you know, that's a special thing.
Yeah, I also want to, you know, just keep in touch with my parents, obviously, and just see them as much as I can, because I just thought about it. I was like, fuck, my little kid's going to be a little shit if he's raised by me.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna fuck off the moment he can. I better instill some values in him to come back and say hi, you know. But I'm an old fuck.
It's like, but Dad, you did the same thing. It's like, no.
Yeah, because I mean, like, as a kid, the highlight of Christmas was the fucking presents, right?
Yeah.
But as you grow older, presents become like a non-factor nowadays. When you can when you have a disposable income.
It's like, all right, give me the presents. Get me a drink though.
Yeah,
right
because
now.
my parents now, they're like, what do I get you, Connor?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you buy everything you want.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't know, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Think of something.
Yeah. It's like, money. Can I have some money?
So now that now that presents are just like a non-factor, you got to have something to look forward to for the Christmas holidays, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Spending time with the family.
Spending time with the fam.
Spending time
or
with
the
fam-
boys.
All the boys.
Yeah, to explain what we did last year on Christmas, we just stayed up till like 3 a.m. watching Super Monkey Ball speedruns, and it was fucking amazing.
That was good.
That was amazing.
Don't belittle it.
Can we start that tradition?
What? You get the family around and watch speedruns?
Honestly, I could start that fucking tradition, man.
It is good, man.
You don't know the magic of Super Monkey Ball speedruns until you watch one.
Dude, that, like, especially when you're drunk as well, they're like
Yeah.
insane. Like, it just defies gravity and like just enjoyment. They're really entertaining, man.
It is
You guys
super
should watch that.
entertaining. It was super entertaining. But we also watched Die Hard, right? Before that.
We did watch Die
Yeah.
Hard. Oh yeah, we did. We actually did watch.
Oh,
Die
we
Hard.
did watch a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
I
because
completely
that
forgot
was
about
when I was still naive and thinking like Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, and then you guys were like, no, trust us.
Yeah, because
trust
we were
us.
eating the hot pot right while it
Yeah.
played. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's watch a Christmas movie, Die Hard, and then we watched. I'm like, wow, you know what? I stand corrected. This is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas
This is,
movie with
you know,
the Christmas
before,
spirit.
Before fucking Bruce Willis just gave up on acting. Have you seen his recent films?
No.
Oh, fucking hell, they're awful.
Really?
He refuses to like do anything, and he has a double doing everything.
Jesus.
You should watch some of them, dude. Watch
Like-
what is
like
it?
which one?
Hard Kill. Watch that movie.
Hard Kill?
Hard Kill. Watch that movie, dude.
That sounds like a fucking Die Hard sequel.
I fucking watched it, and it's oh my fucking god.
Because I watched Looper, and I was like,
I just realized the absurdity of that name.
He does
Hard Kill.
He does like 6 movies a year, and they're all like straight to DVD.
That's
Yeah,
like a Kojima character, you know what I mean?
Seriously, watch these, dude.
I mean, it's like a Metal Gear character,
And
right?
in some of
Hard
these
Kill.
scenes, he's like given so little fuck about trying that like it's just a dubbed over actor.
Really?
Yeah, he's so lazy.
It's just like,
dude.
let's take 2 edgy words and smash them together. Like
Hard.
death knife. Hard Kill.
Please, okay. This Christmas, we're watching Hard Kill, and you can see how fucking awful Bruce Willis is.
Alright,
acting.
I gotta see.
He's fucking terrible.
Because
man.
I think the last Bruce Willis film I watched was Looper. And even then, it was like, I was like, dude,
you
you're
can
not even,
tell he's
you're not
given
even
up.
trying.
He's given up. He doesn't give a fuck.
This guy's made his cash already. Like, he's just in it now.
Why
just
still
to fill
do
in
it,
the
dude?
time.
You've made so much money. Just fucking stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was like acting. Bruce Willis was just like, yeah, you can carry this one.
Bruce
I'm
Willis
just gonna
always
be
turns
here.
up and is just like Bruce Willis. He turns up to the set, and apparently, like all the things he does is like, all right, he agrees to do like 3 days of shooting,
Right.
and that's it. Like no more,
Right.
no retakes.
Really?
And anything that physically doesn't require him is a body double. So even if it's like getting on his knees,
Yeah.
like they'll just get a body double because he's too lazy to do it.
Oh my god! I did watch a I don't know when it was. It was pretty recent, but Wired did like a Bruce Willis answers like most Googled questions.
He doesn't
and
give a
whatnot.
fuck.
Dude, it was one of the most boring Wired videos I'd ever seen because he was just monotone the entire
At least
time.
like Harrison Ford, when you can tell that he respects the movie and the director,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
fucking tries. Like in Blade Runner, the new one, he was
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
But when he's in interviews, he's like, I don't fucking give a shit.
Yeah.
But Bruce Willis is always like that. Like nothing makes Bruce Willis care. Like he literally is like the angriest oldest cunt in all of these interviews. Like you can tell he's like, no, whatever. I've made my money.
Yeah.
I just sat up. I just turned up and said words. You know, it's acting. It's like, all right, Bruce Willis, fucking hell.
God, could you imagine if YouTubers get to that point?
I'd argue some
I
maybe
mean,
are.
yeah.
No, true. I didn't want to say, but you know, some of us are already there. Not us. I mean,
Yeah.
like some YouTubers are already there.
God.
I just couldn't imagine just still doing it when I hate this. Like I'm
right.
not like that.
Especially if you've already made your like fucking fortune and name.
At that point, you're just doing it to stay relevant.
yeah.
Right. But it's like
Speaking of
but
YouTubers again.
but like that's
Yeah.
the thing, right? It's like you don't have to stay relevant if you're
Yeah.
like at the point of like Bruce Willis. Like everyone knows your fucking name and what you look like.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
why like no one no one watches action movies unless that has like a big name to it. And that's why they get him. Because
Sure.
he makes a lot of bank. His name has a lot of pull for action movies,
That's
and he
true.
just doesn't give a fuck.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, are action movies even like a big thing nowadays?
Yeah, because John Wick is
I mean, like, no, I was
gigantic.
gonna say, like, aside from John Wick,
But that's the thing, right? If you can bring it back and you can do it well with the right actors,
Right.
like it'll be huge. Like
But you're talking about like, you know, ones that aren't falling under like a notable IP, right?
yeah.
yeah, but John Wick
Like
wasn't
Hard Kill, for
John,
instance.
like John Wick wasn't a notable IP
Right.
until Keanu Reeves made it a notable.
But
IP.
when did John Wick 1
Hard
come out?
Hard Kill to me sounds like one of
6-7 years ago, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hard Kill to me sounds like one of those titles where, like, so when I was in Thailand, right, that I would always have this like. I would always go to like in like Southeast Asia. There's always these stores that you can buy like pirated
yeah.
DVDs.
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
say,
yeah.
and you'd go through like you'd flick through the covers and you'd see these like the most random movies with these like A-list actors,
Yeah.
but you'd never heard of the film
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
That's Hard Kill.
But that is also all of Bruce Willis's recent filmography.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all
true.
movies. You're like, how is this man doing 8 movies a year? How does it happen? How do you have time for that?
I kind of want to just like go through his IMDb now just to
Honestly,
see like
have a look
just
at
to
this
see
shit.
the titles.
It's insane. And it's like, I think that's the reason why. And like, imagine at the time, people probably didn't give a fuck about action movies until like Terminator came out. And probably at that time, you're like, this is crazy. What the fuck? Like, because I mean, that's not James Cameron directing it. Which
I don't know. The like 80s was like a fucking golden period for action movies.
Right.
Because it was like the Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Who's the other
Yeah,
guy?
right.
Stallone era, right?
Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, I mean, like I could easily rewatch
Right, yeah.
like so many of their action movies.
And that's also when like martial arts movies also were starting to like kind of creep in.
yeah,
I love
because I
martial
feel
arts movies.
like before John Wick, there was this huge period where action movies were just not pulling in the numbers
No,
anymore.
I'm just reading these fucking titles. I've never heard of any of these.
Yeah, because
movies.
they're all straight to DVD.
Well, so we have 2017 First Kill. Acts of violence. Death Wish, Airstrike, 10 Minutes Gone, Trauma Center, Survive the Night. I don't know any of it.
Yeah,
By
dude,
the way,
all
all
these-
of those are direct to DVD.
Yeah,
This
all
sounds
of them,
like
all
this-
of them are.
they sound like a satire of themselves at that point.
No one wants to hire him because, well, why would you? He's just going to turn up and fucking be lazy.
And there's 5 movies right now that has been announced with him in it that is like to be announced. Midnight in the Switchgrass.
Bro, we got
Cosmic Sin.
All right, we're watching one of these on Christmas, man. I got it because they're fucking awful. We got to watch them.
Oh
It's
my
terrible.
God.
He's given up, dude. It's terrible.
Oh my god, that's really
Just
sad.
stop making films. Like, why?
It's really
We'll watch
sad.
one of these on Christmas and tell you how it is next time.
Why?
Oh my
Why?
god.
But yeah, do you boys have any plans this Christmas? Like,
I mean, I'm
I'm curious to see what this Christmas will be like in the current world situation.
Sure.
This is probably going to be the most depressing Christmas of all time.
because Christmas in Japan is like it's
weird,
it's a
man.
bit weird because
yeah, do you want to explain what Christmas in Japan is like?
Yeah, so essentially
Made by KFC,
Yeah, basically.
literally.
Yeah.
Christmas in Japan is sponsored by KFC. Basically, it's like KFC is the go-to place.
How did that start? How did that start?
Okay, it's because I did a video on this a few years ago, but basically the theory is that Colonel Sanders, right, looks like Santa. That's the theory. Because think about it, right? Think about it. Christmas colors. What are the Christmas colors? Red.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What does Colonel Sanders dressed up in? Red. Right?
Does he?
Yeah.
It's a white suit, I thought.
Yeah, but the KFC color has red
Ah,
in it,
okay, I
right?
guess so.
And then Colonel Sanders is an old guy with a white beard. Kind of looks like Santa, right? And
I bet if you trace that back, it's like the most 5-head KFC employee, like working in the marketing team.
That's basically it. It was a marketing ploy by KFC to be
Oh,
like,
it was a
well,
marketing
yeah,
ploy.
Yeah,
like
it's
basically like they were like, well, you know, the Christmas dinner overseas in the West is they have chicken.
Yeah.
They have roast chicken. Well, fried chicken is kind of the same thing, right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's still chicken.
yeah.
Why don't we try this? Let's try one Christmas.
fair, it's pretty fucking
We're gonna try and sell this.
I know.
And it just fucking exploded because you can't get a roast chicken in Japan
And also, like,
other than KFC.
Outside of some convenies, I saw this. There'd be an employee dressed in a Santa outfit.
Yeah.
With a fried chicken, like
Yeah, selling karaage, fried chicken.
yeah. Sell fried chicken.
Or they
like,
sell like cakes, right?
oh,
Like
this is
Christmas
just, yeah, I'm
cakes.
like, this is so fucking weird. What am I
Yeah.
looking at?
It's bizarre,
I'm
dude.
looking at an Asian man dressed in a Santa costume sell me fried chicken in the name of Christmas. And I'm like, what the
But
fuck?
it's also weird as well because like normally, like everywhere else in the West, right? Christmas is like a family thing, right? You gather like mom,
Yeah,
dad,
yeah,
grandparents.
yeah. Here
But in
it's a-
Japan, it's like a beta Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
it's a
Yeah,
romantic thing.
it's a you go on dates. You know,
Yeah.
you go. You ask your girl to the prom. That's Christmas here.
But that part I understand because literally a week later is New Year's Eve, right? And New Year's Eve is like a super like Buddhist family thing in Japan.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you
the
need like
opposite of what it is in Western.
yeah, pretty much, right? It's like in Western culture, it's like, oh, New Year's Eve, all
go
right,
fucked
see you,
up!
yeah, let's go fucked up. Yeah, see you next year, parents. Yeah, so I don't know. I personally have. I mean, well, this year I plan to go up north to go see Chris.
Ah, okay.
And we're gonna go to Natsuki's place and have KFC.
For Christmas?
That's the plan.
Wow. Nice.
That's the plan.
Nice.
And I'm like, man, first time ever. I've been living here 5 years. First year, I'm gonna have the true Japanese Christmas experience of eating KFC. I'll let you boys know how depressing it actually is. But
Because it's not like I remember before coming to Japan, I'd heard so many rumors about Japanese KFC being
Yeah.
like the best KFC in the world.
Right.
You ain't tried KFC until you had Japanese KFC, and then I came here and then I ate it, and then it was just KFC.
yeah.
I genuinely think the UK one was better. Even
I thought the UK one
We
was
had a better
better.
menu.
It
for
is.
sure.
It is
Yeah.
the most mid KFC I've ever had.
Yeah.
Man, I love the burgers, the chicken sandwiches that you get in KFC. They're fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah, they're
in the
fucking
UK, they're so good as well.
Honestly, I don't know what it is about UK KFCs.
it's good.
I mean, I feel though you guys have kind of perfected like fast food chicken with Nando's, right?
I mean, that's like South African though. I think
Yeah.
originally,
Right.
But I think every single fast food chain in the UK has like fried chicken options, like, but as a not on its own.
Right.
Like McDonald's, I think some of the most popular stuff they sell in the UK is like just like a
The McChickens
Chicken
and
selects.
stuff like
the
that.
chicken selects and also like the wrapped chicken.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay,
fucking
yeah.
amazing. And
Yeah.
that's the best thing that I get.
Yeah, that stuff is good. That's
good,
amazing.
And every dirty kebab store has like the fried chicken option as well. So there's just fried chicken everywhere.
really,
but
really
like,
popular.
yeah, I don't know, like because yeah, British is the best KFC. Japan is like somewhere in the middle,
And
and then
America is
America's
depressing.
at the
America's
bottom.
just like, do I want to feel like shit? Yeah, KFC it is.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I don't know why like American KFC just stopped trying, because it's not like America doesn't have bad fried chicken options. It's just one of their like some of their biggest chains are just the worst in America, and I don't understand why.
I remember I was drunk one time and someone gave me a KFC chicken. And I was
In America?
Yeah. And even drunk me was like, this is vile. Like, and you know it's bad if drunk me is like, this is too much. I draw the line at the amount of grease
Right.
that's on this thing.
Yeah.
Like the skin wasn't crispy. It was moist from all the grease it had. And I'm like, that's vile. Sorry, we somehow turned this all around to bashing America. I love America. I do. I just, what's going on there?
America
what are you
can
guys
do
up to?
chicken correctly. Case in point, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Right?
But like that's why I don't understand why anyone in America would eat KFC when there's
When
like
there's
stuff
Chick-fil-A,
like
right?
Chick-fil-A or Popeyes or
And
other
you never
stuff.
see good reviews on Google Maps for like KFC.
Of a KFC?
It's always like 2 stars. And I'm like, who's willingly going in here? Stop giving them fucking customers. Just stop.
Yeah.
Probably because it's Sunday, right? And Chick-fil-A's closed.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
not all parts of America have Chick-fil-A, apparently.
Yeah, no, they don't do that.
Like East
No.
Coast doesn't have Chick-fil-A or something. I don't know.
There's like different chains for like different areas is what I know. But all I know is KFC's the worst fried chicken I've ever had in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, now I feel like Christmas for me is more of like it's Christmas when I spend it with the people, right? So it doesn't have to be on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Just around the time, you know, give or take. As long as I hang out with some friends,
It could be like a week
get a
before.
few drinks.
You know, just be
Yeah.
like, let's just do an early Christmas. You know.
exchange a few gifts. You know,
No,
it's
no,
Christmas.
I do want to do something on Christmas because there's
do.
I've had like Christmases where I've done nothing before, and it is a bit depressing when you're just like by yourself or like do nothing. You go on your timeline,
Yeah,
go
but
on
what if
your
you're gonna-
Twitter, everyone's opening presents with each other, and just like.
But what if you're having like Christmas Day the next day with your friends? It's like, all right, whatever, I'm getting it. I think it's what's worse is New Year's alone for some reason.
I've had New Year's alone before.
Yeah, same. I have too. And for some reason, it's more depressing than Christmas alone. I don't know why.
I spent New Year's one year in the worst fucking way possible. I think I was like 16. And I was working up at a ski field. It was the first time I was working up at a ski field. And we're in the middle of Hokkaido in the mountains. It's like fucking minus 30 degrees in a fucking blizzard. And of course, I'm working that day. I'm outside in the fucking blizzard shoveling snow.
Yeah.
But on top of that, one of the hotels had a blocked sewage system.
Oh.
And I had to get in there with a fucking shovel. So imagine a 16-year-old, right?
Right.
In the middle of a fucking blizzard in the mountains, literally shoveling shit out of the ground. at like
Happy New Year.
at like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Right. And literally the moment we've unclogged the thing, my boss was like, "Oh, it's the next year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year." I was
Did
just
you
like,
unclog it?
yeah, we did.
Nice.
But also, it was like, cool. My first experience of the new year is the smell of frozen shit in a.
Hey, it's only up from there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, true.
Yeah.
It was a good year, but it wasn't the greatest start to the year. That's for sure.
I feel like New Year is like the biggest hoax that everyone's put over the world.
It's never as good as you want it to be.
But
it's-
it's hyped up as the biggest party of the year, and nobody knows what they're doing until the day before. I swear to fucking God.
Everything's full. Like you can't get in anywhere.
Everywhere's overpriced.
Yeah.
Everywhere's full. Everyone's doing something aside from you for some reason, even though you ask a week before, "Hey, what are you doing for New Year's?" And they don't fucking know. And yet somehow on New Year's you're that one fucker who just has nothing planned.
It's always the worst when, like, the last day of the year, you have the biggest FOMO of the year, right? And it's like, what am I doing?
It is always somehow. I always, more often than not, end up just doing nothing
Like-
for New Year's. And
like-
always being like, "Fuck, I missed out again."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might as well rename New Year's Eve FOMO party, because that's what it is. That's what New Year's Eve is. Everyone goes out because they're afraid of missing out. Because I've spent New Year's alone before, and it is depressing.
Yeah.
It's really fucking depressing.
Shout
But,
out to the people out there who are going to be alone.
but like
this New
at,
Year's.
at the same time, some of my worst fucking nights out have been on New Year's
yeah.
Eve as
Yeah,
well.
that's true.
It's never a good night. It's
Yeah.
always just so stressful because like, you can never get like a taxi either.
Yeah.
Like, if you need to get back, because everyone's getting
No,
taxis
it
back.
only took me one New Year's Eve of going out to know that, all right, next New Year's Eve from now on is just house parties.
The only people who win are Uber drivers, man. They're the only ones winning
True.
on New Year's.
True.
Fuck, man. God, New Year's is the worst. Fuck, I just realized how much I hate New Year's. But it's like, I gotta do something. I don't want to be sad.
Like
Right.
you're either sad or you're having a shit night,
Yeah.
or you're broke. There's no like
There's no perfect New Year's
there's
Eve.
no perfect New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
God, I fucking hate New Year's.
Do you guys have any plans for this New Year's?
No.
No.
I'll figure that out when it comes to it. Joe.
Yeah, you'll figure that on the 30th.
We just said we don't. Nobody knows what they're doing until like the day fucking before.
Yeah, because everyone's like, they always do this thing for New Year's, right? Where everyone's like, we could go here. Like, everyone is always like,
Yeah.
well, which one are
They're
we
throwing
doing?
suggestions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone throws suggestions around New Year's, but
Yeah.
no one wants to commit to it because you don't want to be the asshole who took them to a place that's full.
Right,
Yeah.
Right?
right.
And then it's like, well, then what? Like, we're in
because no one wants to commit because everyone knows, okay, this place is going to be overpriced and full.
Yeah.
Let's leave this until like the last moment because the thing is there is no good place on New Year's Eve,
No.
but you have to go to a place,
And
right?
then, like, maybe your friend can get you into somewhere, and then you can only get like half of your friends in.
Right.
And then it's like, well, what the fuck's happening? Jeez, well, do we just leave half our friends and tell them to go fuck themselves? Okay.
Yeah, but and like the best New Year's Eve party would probably be a house party, but like no one wants to host a New Year's Eve house party, right?
Sure, it's always like it's always like a voting ballot that you just don't want to
And
win.
even then,
right?
it's like, do I really like everyone at this party?
Yeah.
Or is it like some
Yeah.
of the people?
It's
like,
because like as like a teenager, if you were hosting a New Year's Eve house party, that house was getting trashed.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
knew it was getting trashed, and no matter how small you wanted it to be, it was never going to be small because it's a New Year's Eve party.
yeah, but yeah, because you don't want it to be like because it's somehow like reverse like depressing when it's like
too small. It's
three
depressing.
people.
too small and it's depressing.
Yeah.
But I swear, like as a teenager, you'd have like fucking sniffer dogs trying to sniff out house parties, man. You're just like, where can we go, boys? Where can we go? Because
I've heard in the grapevine that there is a house party somewhere around here. You know?
you'd always know that one mate who'd know someone who'd known someone who's like
Yes.
who'd heard about a house party happening on New Year's Eve.
yeah.
I've not proud to admit, definitely spent a New Year's just going to house parties that like were just full and then not being able to get into any of them.
Right,
And then
right.
I was like, guess we're just going to Tesco's and getting a few beers and just sitting outside.
Right.
I think it's-
I've had some of the most like depressing New Year's
So
Eve.
depressing.
Trying to like house hunt a house party.
Right.
And we'd literally be at like 6 and like the timer would start and be like, okay, who's heard some rumors? Like we're gonna follow up on every rumor. Phone up all your contacts. Like
It
ask
turns into
everyone.
like a fucking LA Noir mission,
is,
right?
it
It's
is.
like, gather clues right now.
Call up all the favors you know, like
Well-
because no one wants to be that guy who invites everyone to the house
Yeah,
party,
true,
right?
true.
But sometimes you know a mate who owes you a favor, who's at the house party,
Yeah.
and you're like, yo, just give me the
me a-
general directions. You know,
Yeah, come on, it's
just-
the last day of the year. Just
Yeah,
come,
yeah.
do a solid, yeah.
Or when you've ever had a friend who just got blackout drunk before midnight, and it's like, fuck, man, I'm not gonna.
I've been there before. Yeah.
You're like, gotta fucking take care of them now, and
Yeah.
gotta fuck.
I've had some New Year's where I've like passed out at like 10 p.m. Just like, all right, see you next year, lads.
Oh, my
Oh, those
God.
were the days. Man, what a depressing message to end this year off.
Hey man, if you're depressed on New Year's, don't worry. Everyone is.
Everyone is.
We've all been
is.
there. We've
Yeah.
all been there.
But you know who isn't depressed? Our wonderful patrons.
Oh
of this
my God,
episode.
look at them.
Look at these amazing
Thank
patrons.
you so much, patrons. You're
Yeah.
not depressing. You make me not depressed.
You
but thank
you gave us the real Christmas
Your
presents.
patronage has made us happy.
Shout out to all the fucking degenerates who just like. So we are filming this just after the massive fucking burst from our hentai episode. What the fuck? What the fuck did you guys do?
That was the definition of stonks. Like that was
People
stonks,
like porn, man. People like porn.
stonks brain. Oh my
I didn't
God.
realize throughout my entire 5-year YouTube career, like that all I needed to do was to talk about animated porn. You know, why didn't you tell me this at the beginning of my career?
With the amount of hentai videos I've made, I am actually like that jump actually made me depressed.
You should have
because
made
like
that- you
I
could've
could have
made
I
them.
could have cashed in on that, man. But I didn't.
This
But
man,
yeah,
what a
if you'd like
fool.
to join us on the Patreon with lovely rewards and whatnot, then you can go over to patreon.com/trash taste. Links in the description. Also check out our Twitter and subreddit as well. Send us all your Christmas and New Year's memes.
yes.
Fantastic.
And yeah, this
And
is the
share us your best gifts and everything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Let us know in the comments.
We don't know what we're getting for Christmas yet. So
Yeah.
Shout out to patrons.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
shout out to patrons. Hope you've had a very merry Christmas, or like you have to say happy holidays now, don't
Happy
you?
holidays,
Fucking
yeah.
Who
fuck.
cares?
Like
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Hope you have, because it's Boxing Day. Merry Christmas, and we hope you have a non-depressing New Year's.
Wow, God. Wow.
But yeah, this is the last episode of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
next time we see you guys will be 2021. Hopefully it won't
Wow.
suck as much as 2020.
It probably will.
It probably will.
We've set the bar so low. I don't want to say you can't get any worse, right, guys? But well, shit. I've
Hey,
already said
at
it.
least trash tasted good this year, boys. We
Exactly.
did good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you
All
for
right.
joining us on Trash Taste 2020. See you
Happy
next year.
holidays.
Happy holidays. See you next year.
Bye.
Bye.